Okay, everyone, are we ready to lock in? Because we are about to go on a journey. And that journey, Miley Cyrus, the journey is usually the part that you remember anyways. We are going to be going on a journey, and this is one that I have not gone on yet, which is going through and listening to the entire three-hour call between Gabbie Hanna and Jessi Smiles. Now, if you know, on my channel or on stream, we reacted to Jessi Smiles' first video on Gabbie Hanna, which was basically her talking about Gabbie trying to smear Jessi's image behind the scenes based on the fact that Gabbie didn't want the information out there that after Gabbie and Jessi, who were roommates and best friends, you know, were talking, and Jessi had confided in Gabbie in the fact that she was R-worded by this man called Curtis Viner. This was during the Vine stages. You know, after that, being told and confiding in, you know, Gabbie was seen with Curtis. And she also allegedly had done a tweet about Jessi as well that she denies to this day. A fan tweeted exposing Gabbie, and then Gabbie spent the entire 2 days, essentially, from what we can see, letting this fan know that Jessi Smiles was an evil person sharing private messages with a fan, or a hater, I guess, trying to smear Jessi, private texts. And then Jessi Smiles made a follow-up video to Gabbie Hanna, the one that she references all the time, called Gabbie Hanna Will Not Be Stopped or something. This was like 4 years ago. The original one was like 7 years ago. And the in-between stage was a call that transpired between Gabbie Hanna and Jessi Smiles. They both agreed to record the call, okay? So the recording that we're going to be listening to is Gabbie's recording, because Gabbie posted this online. So they both recorded the call. For clarification, they both knew that the call was being recorded, and this is Gabbie's recording for it. And Gabbie posted the entire thing in an attempt to show people that Gabbie is in the right and Jessi is in the wrong. Again, I've heard little snippets from this 4 years ago. And because Gabbie is continuously bringing Jessi up now, I think it's important to go through this. And I said in my video yesterday that I think it's really important to be revisiting this and hearing Jessi's words and hearing these calls, because Gabbie is currently smearing Jessi's name, and we're covering it. But I also think because Jessi is making the decision that's best for her to not acknowledge Gabbie right now, we should still be reminded of what Gabbie did to Jessi, okay? So let's get into it. I also want to say thank you so much to everyone that came to my London show, and our show in Toronto, in Canada. If you're from Canada, you better be coming, is July 18th, and it's going to be a lot of fun. They've never had so much fun before. So I have the call right here. I have captions on, and again, this is a recording of a call. It might be muffled at times, or it might be whatever, but we're going to try our best to dissect it and go through it. And again, let's lock in, divas. We're going to be here for a bit, but I think it's important to hear the entire contents of the call and come up with our own opinion. Because again, Gabbie asks us to look at the evidence, look at this, so let's do it, okay?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How would you, well, I guess first we should just both say on recording that we're both giving consent for this to be recorded.
Yes, correct.
Okay,
God,
cool.
right in there.
How and where would you like to start?
So confrontational already.
I'm not really sure in which order would be the most beneficial. However, I guess I am a bit confused as to what...
Sorry, the immediate confrontation tone is unbelievable. I just don't know where we should start. Holy shit. It literally is like a police interrogation. And also, Gabbie is already approaching this from a very aggressive point of view.
In the last week, there's a lot of accusations that have been thrown around, and I'm really not sure, since I didn't say anything online or anything in text. I was just wondering what happened, what triggered you to bring me into this and go so hard without a response.
Well, I think it really started with, I was really fucked up by the text and the voice notes that I was getting because I'd asked for space, and I really wanted us to have this conversation then, and then I just felt like I was in a place where I was literally having total meltdowns and panic attacks again because I just
How can you have the conversation then if you don't want Jessi reaching out to you? You wish you had this conversation then, but you actively were annoyed by her reaching out to you.
wanted some time to level out, and then I'm getting these texts like, I have proof. If you make me wait too much longer, I'm going to have to do this again. I don't want to have to make another video. And I'm just like, oh my God, like all I want is a couple days. So then honestly, like after I sent that last text where I said my manager will reach out after my book deadline, I just like went to therapy.
Not your manager will reach out. Who do you think you are? Yeah, it is crazy that this is all ultimately about, unfortunately, Jessi Smiles going through being R-worded. But somehow Gabbie is the one who has the biggest problem here.
And I talked to my friends and everybody was just like, this is fucked up. Like, you don't deserve this type of behavior. And that was when I started talking to litigators, and people were telling me you have to take this legal. So then I started getting together like all of my evidence and my case. And then I was talking about YouTube, and then all the drama channels start jumping in. But like, and then you came up through that stuff where it's like these drama channels who perpetuated this story.
Holy shit, she literally for years has been living in a loop, hasn't she, Gabbie Hanna? No wonder she's gone fucking crazy. This is all she thinks and talks about.
Are attacking me relentlessly. And I don't know if you've paid attention to the insane amount of hate that I get, but like I woke up and like I posted a TikTok and all of the top responses are that I defended a rapist. So for me, it's just like, why am I giving this time and energy and attention to this person who literally tried to ruin my life for, in my opinion, really no reason outside of anything that you've done to me? Like, you've talked to fans about me, you've talked to people about me before, and it's like, I talked to this one person and you felt the need to literally try to ruin my life. And you can, obviously, I know you're gonna say you didn't try to ruin my life, but you had to know the repercussions and implications of a video like that. So for me, it's just like, I'm at my breaking point. I've been talking to lawyers for weeks, and I just want my name cleared, you know?
Gotcha.
This is so fucking unbelievable already. Like, how are you this aggressive from the... How are there 3 hours of this?
So I guess I'll start off with the first thing you said. Can you find me a text where I said I have proof and I'm going to release it if you don't talk to me? Would you be able to find that text and read it to me?
Yeah, it's actually in the voice note, though. It's in the voice note. You said, just so you know, though, I have proof, and if you don't want to talk to me, like, I'm going to have no choice but to come forward with it. And then when I said I still just want a little bit more time, I mean, there's a lot of text. I'm sure you've also read them again.
Okay, I'm sorry. You know I didn't say that in the voice note, right?
I just listened to it before this call.
Oh, really? Can you send it to me? Because if you still have it, I actually want it so that I can have it for context as well. I said, and I quote, please don't take this as a threat, because I feel like when you say the word proof, it has a threatening undertone. And I don't want you to think that, because believe me, the last thing I want to...
She is mentioning lawyers as an intimidation tactic. Again, it's also she's doing it because she knows here that she doesn't have a lot, so she's trying to, like, scare Jessi off. This is so crazy. Gabbie's like, well, you said this, and I heard you say it. And Jessi's like, no, I didn't. Like, I didn't say that.
Make a video, so just please know, I'm just saying this for context to let you know what I want to talk to you about. So in no way, shape, or form did I say I have proof, and if you don't talk to me, I'm releasing it. So if
you did a little bit later on too, though. Later on in the text, you said if you keep making me wait, then I'm going to have no choice, and I really don't want to do this. But if you make me,
no.
Well, there's no point. I did, Jessi. I've read it. My lawyers have read it. Like, that's a point that's not worth arguing, because
Wait, so Gabbie is now arguing with things that Jessi's saying that she didn't say, and Gabbie's like, well, you did say it. So this is so unproductive.
I think it's a matter of perception at this point, because the way like my lawyers and my team and I see it,
girl, the amount of time she's bringing up lawyers and teams or whatever shows here that Gabbie like feels so defensive. This is so crazy. Yeah, it's unfucking believable.
You were it's a thinly veiled threat that it's like, I don't want to have to do this, but if you don't talk to me in my schedule, then I'm going to have to defend myself. Which means,
Gabbie, you're the one who's seemingly making this difficult.
If you don't do this thing that I'm asking you to do right now, I have to defend myself. And all I asked for, Jessi, was some time in a mediator, and I felt like I was being pushed into a corner to talk before I was ready.
Okay, so I'm going to speak for a little bit. So the times that I mention anything about a video, verbatim, I'm looking at the text right now, I say, I don't need or want to sit down and make a video to start shit. So please know that I'm not saying speak to me or I make a video, but I do feel the need to sit down with you and show you the screenshots I have to talk about your video. That was the first time I mentioned anything. The only time I say, would you like me to show you the screenshots before I present them in my video, it immediately followed with, I'm not saying I'm making a video. I multiple times let you know I'm not making a video. This is not something I want to do. So I'm really
But can you understand how...
Oh my God! Jessi just read the text that Gabbie was referring to, proving that Gabbie was lying, and Gabbie is now saying, but can you understand my... Girl, she is unbelievable.
From my end, somebody who like literally just went through severe trauma.
Okay, but now she just proved that what you said was in your head, and now you're saying, well, you have to see my point of view. You are not the victim in this. Oh, this is crazy. I've never seen this before.
Like, coming from this person who's been threatening me for like 6 years and like poking me for 6 years. Why, when you say...
Well, you think anything is poking and trauma and abuse, girl, that it's like crazy.
Something like, this isn't a threat. Why, to me, that would feel like...
Would feel like. There you go. Would feel like.
You're just saying it's not a threat so that you can cover your tracks and say it's not a threat. But at the end of the day, to me... Go ahead.
What I would actually appreciate...
Not go ahead. Not go ahead. The amount of disrespect and defensiveness and aggression from Gabbie is unbelievable.
Is I've been threatening you for years. If you can provide me proof of that, because I have not been threatening you for years.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. I actually do have it. I have the, actually, do you want to hear, I can read you the list of all of the evidence that we have right now.
We have. Girl, shut up.
I have the texts and emails, obviously, all of the ones that we've exchanged for the past few years, including the one where you threatened to hit me, and the one where you said that if I didn't delete my video, you were going to expose me, and the one where you say that you're sorry that you had no reason to cut me out of your life, and I just saw you through like a floppy piece of paper and you didn't like that, and asked if we could be friends again. So I have the blackmail, which was one of the things that we were looking into for law, or for the legal
Girl, how many times are you going to bring up legal lawyers or whatever? It's not impressive.
case, and then we also have, yes.
Okay, can you send me that? Is that something you're willing to send me?
I would definitely have to talk to my lawyers first and see what I'm.
This is bullshit. She's saying that Jessi did XYZ, and then Jessi's like, okay, can you provide me proof of me saying that? And then Gabbie is unable to fucking send it.
allowed to actually give you, because that's like obviously legal shit.
So do you want to talk about, like, I think it's important to know, there was, I remember distinctly telling you that I was going to punch you. I definitely did do that. Do you want to talk about why that happened, or are you?
I'd actually love to, because I have the timeline of that, where you reached out to me and you asked me if I wanted to get food and drinks, and I was like, yeah, let's do that. And then I heard you were at a party that I was at, so I asked a couple people at the party, like, hey, where's Jessi? Where's Jessi? And then next thing I knew, I got a text saying, and I have this all, obviously. Next thing I know, I got a text.
Girl, this is so embarrassing, and I have this all, and my lawyers know, and the court knows, and your neighbor knows, and a random Twitter user knows, like.
That said, I'm blocking you just to say this right now. Don't ever put my name in your mouth again. Followed by a voice note saying that I'm lucky that you were getting into the Uber because you were going to knock my fucking teeth out. And then I emailed you directly after. Sure.
Can you rewind?
Yeah. So you messaged me, and the last text exchanges we have are you asking me to get food and drinks, and then VidCon was shortly after. I heard you were at a party, and then I asked somebody, it was actually, I'm not gonna say the names actually because it's on recording. 2 people said to me in the bathroom, are you okay? And I was like, what do you mean? And they said, well, Jessi is here. And I was like, oh shit, Jessi's here? No, we're...
You know, the way Gabbie keeps referring to the recording shows that Gabbie's performing to a YouTube audience rather than trying to actually have a conversation. That's why she keeps talking over Jessi.
Cool now. So then I walked out and I found Alex, and I was like, where's Jessi? And he said she's at a table. So then I asked another person who I genuinely don't remember who it was. I said, do you know where Jessi is? Where's Jessi? And then as I was literally leaving the party, I got a text saying, I'm unblocking your number right now to let you know, never put my name in your mouth again. And then afterwards blocked me, and then unblocked me to send a voice note, and then blocked me. And then I emailed you after saying, I'm so confused. You literally asked me to get food and drinks, and now you're threatening to hit me. What is going on? So on my end, that's what the timeline is.
Well, Gabbie, how much you talk about having to, like, the way you interpret people's messages, wouldn't you be a little bit more forgiving to other people and allowing them to, you know, understand messages in a different way or a more extreme way or whatever? Like, it's so crazy. How are you the one who's allowed to interpret everything, but no one else is? It's unbelievable.
No. No.
Do you have any evidence to back that up?
Yeah. So, I actually do. So if you read our emails and if you remember that situation, I didn't want to punch you for no reason. So
also, Gabbie's saying, do you have the proof as well? It goes to show as well how defensive she is here. She's literally acting like she's in an exposed YouTube video. This just worked so against her.
What happened was that right before VidCon, when I thought you and I were on good terms, called me and says, hey, weird, Gabbie just asked me to be in an exposed video about you. So I lost my shit, and I said, she did what? After doing you know what you did? And I said, okay, I'm going to lose my shit. I'm probably going to have to see her at VidCon. And I was going to avoid you at all costs. That was what I was going to do. I was going to be like, listen, this person who tried to have sex with my ex-boyfriend is now trying to...
I didn't try to have sex with your ex-boyfriend.
Oh, you admit to it, no.
No, well, actually, that's not what happened. See, this is the twisted narrative. After you know what you did with 2 different people that I'm not going to name here because we're recording, Just are you out of your mind as we're trying to have like a civil conversation? Do you understand why I've been avoiding this for so long?
Oh my god, she's now freaking the fuck out. She's freaking out on Jessi because Jessi brought that up. Holy shit, she's getting so defensive and angry.
Trying to have a civil conversation. I let you speak. May I please speak?
You let her speak? Can you speak? Girl, you haven't shut the fuck up. She is so condescending.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Thank you. So, after that...
Oh my god, God bless Jessi Smiles. Fuck me already. My patience is gone.
Situation actually reached out to me over OkCupid, and then he was venting to me, and I have all these messages as well about you and saying how you were like throwing him around and you're blocked and he's unblocked and he's blocked and he's unblocked, and he was like, literally, she's doing the same thing to both of us. And then I said to him, maybe we should just hook up, and he said, yeah, we definitely should. How about tonight? And I was like, haha, no. And then he hit me up 2 more times to have sex, and I never did. So as I'm sorry, and we've talked about that, and that's the thing that's like, I'm so tired of having the same conversations, and that's another reason why I felt like this is like my final only thing I can do is how many times can you and I just be cool and talk.
Final thing. Meanwhile, Gabbie has done so much more since this.
out and be fine before you do this again. Like, I feel like no matter how many times we talk, you're going to continue to tweet about me and call me a shitty person, or like tweets saying that I collabed with your rapist, or like comments that are saying that I'm a shitty person, because all of this stuff is documented through forensic analysts. And like, thank God.
Girl, all of this is documented through forensic. Girl, you shut the fuck up. Oh my God. Girl, you shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. Oh my God,
I have it all, but like literally for 6 years straight, from the first day you tweeted that I'm a backstabber and a social climber and decided to talk to your rapist over you, it's been like this nonstop perpetuation of this rumor. Oh, I have the tweets where you tweeted I'm a backstabbing friend, and then you tweeted that I'm a social climber.
I said Gabbie Hanna is a backstabbing friend. I said Gabbie Hanna is a backstabbing friend.
You responded to a tweet that said something about me, and then you tweeted publicly, you put a period in front of it so that everybody could see it. You said backstabbing people, I tell ya. And then at the same time, Jen, which you admitted, you also use that account, at the same time is tweeting that I'm a social climber.
Gabbie will not let her speak.
And I mean, that's all like evidence and not arguable because it's real.
So your evidence, you first of all, you're reading the same emails we both have and trying to convince me to say something different.
I'm talking about tweets. I'm talking about tweets.
You just said I called you a backstabbing friend.
It's on Twitter still to this day.
Okay, but you're gonna let me speak now. So you're saying that I said you're a backstabbing friend. What's your proof? Oh, you said backstabbing friend, I tell you. Did I say Gabbie Hanna backstabbing friend, I tell you?
You responded directly to a tweet about me saying, why is Gabbie doing this? And you said backstabbing people, I tell you. There is not a lawyer in this world that would not see that.
Really? There is not a lawyer in this world. Gabbie, shut up. This is so crazy how much she's bringing. I didn't know she brought up legal and lawyers and whatever. It's cringy. It's cringy.
That is clearly about me.
Do you want to talk about lawyers? You just threatened me with blackmail, which is the action treated as a criminal offense of demanding payment or another benefit from someone in return for not revealing, compromising, or damaging information about them. Please not say that I'm the one throwing around accusations here. You have completely thrown around multiple accusations that you have no basis on. I have never blackmailed you on anything.
Oh,
No, you don't have it because it didn't happen. You're not going to try to convince me it happened.
Okay, then what's the point of this conversation? Because
lol. She got Gabbie's ass on that, and now Gabbie goes, well, what's the point in having this conversation then? God, Gabbie is stupid.
I was more than happy to pursue this legally. So I'm okay to do that if you don't want to, like, if you're just going to tell me all of the evidence that's in front of me doesn't exist. What's the point?
Make no mistake, though. Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, proceed legally. Be my guest, and I'm saying that 100%. I'm not trying to be like,
I know.
Do it.
I know.
Yeah, I'm saying go ahead. That's completely fine by me. What I am saying is that I don't understand.
That's one of the best things you can say to someone who's threatening you legally. Go for it. Go for it. Sue me. Sue me.
Like, you're saying the same things we both have, our email exchanges that we both have, our Twitter interactions that we both have, and you're trying to convince me that I'm trying to extort you and, like, blackmail you, which is just frankly...
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
Why did you feel the need to do what you did?
Sure, I can answer that. That's a fair question. So, we have a very, very, I think it's safe to say, a very negative history in speaking in general, as you can tell from this conversation. We do not have a good path, we don't have a good communication history. For the whole you asking me to take that question out of the Q&A, I remember making a decision that day. I was like, I don't ever want to speak to Gabbie again, which, by the way, you're right about it. Like, our biggest mistake has always been, let's try to be nice to each other. Let's try to be amicable. Like, it just cannot continue on either side. Like, I think we both realize that now. At the time, that's the decision.
Wow, Jessi's making Gabbie look so unstable. Like, Jessi just sounds so normal here.
That I made when everything
it's nice to hear a normal person again.
Came up with Trisha, and I saw her videos calling you scary and basically insinuating that you're, I'm sorry, I don't mean to insult you, but like you're still dealing with people the same way you've always dealt with me, which is kind of terrifying. I said, okay, that's whatever, and I could have typed a subtweet about it. And then as soon as people started saying, oh, this is Gabbie, I know what you're talking about, I was like, oh my God, this is so stupid, I'm dumb for posting this. So I said that in my video actually, and I deleted it, and I said,
she did say in her video that she deleted the tweet when people started coming for Gabbie. She did, and she didn't even mention Gabbie.
But it's been a pattern for so many years, Jessi, where like I genuinely am like, okay, cool, me and Jessi are cool. Like I went to go comment when you put out your music video because I was so fucking excited because you know, like I've always supported your music career and I've always been so hyped for you to put out music, and like it hurt me. Like I went to go congratulate you on your music
how is Gabbie the victim in this?
Video, and it was like the pinned comment or the description is making fun of my EP, and it's like the years
Are
of
you
this.
thinking of Learn to Love?
I don't know the title of the song anymore, but yeah, there was like
I only came out with one song, and what do you mean? Said anything about that? Do you want me to read you? I have the same comment right here. It's been the same for a year.
But no, I have it in my like folder on my desktop, but it's gone. It's gone now. I know it's gone.
Ooh, this is really embarrassing. Gabbie is just throwing out these claims, and Jessi is disproving them immediately, and then Gabbie will be like, well, I have proof of it, I just don't have it here. Ooh.
on now though, because it was only, that's kind of what you do though, is like you put something up for like an hour or a day and then you change it. But it said, I'm not.
Ooh, she's trying to blame and flip it on Jessi. Oh, no, girl.
This was posted,
Oh my God.
okay, this was posted. I posted one pinned comment and I have not changed it. It hasn't been edited in a year.
Jessi, it said,
Maybe you were reading a comment, or I'm genuinely
it's by
confused.
Jessi Smiles. It said, I'm not some YouTuber putting out an EP for attention and money. I actually put my heart and soul into this music, so please listen.
What? Gabbie, I'm not sure how to like understand that you're literally just saying it's not factual. There was one pinned comment. Even someone when you said this on your Twitter, somebody commented as a fan of mine and said, I remember the day Jessi posted her music video. This is the same pinned comment she had that day. She has not changed it. People remember, like, you cannot just say on the day of my Learn to Love music video that I said, I actually tried on this video, unlike other YouTubers who do EPs. Like, I would never say that. That was the day I was so excited to post my music video. It had nothing to do with you. And nothing, this is the same comment.
That's the problem, that you released music and it wasn't about Gabbie anymore.
That I had all day. This is posted a year
Okay,
ago.
perfect. So that's something that obviously we're not going to see eye to eye on, and something that I'm
Something we're not going to see eye to eye on just because you were called out for lying?
glad I have the screenshot of. So I think this is a point that we can move on from. Me too. So this is something that we should move on from because we're
Whoa, let's not move on from it.
not going to see eye to
This
eye.
is so exhausting.
on it because-
Seeing eye to eye is crazy.
You're quite literally telling me something that doesn't exist that I'm looking at. So
Okay, speaking of things that don't exist, because you seem to
Okay.
you seem to enjoy saying that things don't exist. May I ask you, why did you lie about never speaking about me that day on TMZ article? Why did you lie about defending Curtis? If I can ask you.
I
since
said
you're
that
saying about things don't exist.
I said I never ditched my friend for her rapist or publicly defended my best friend's rapist. Here's why. First of all the ones that I saw, because I never went back and deleted anything, so all the ones that I saw never showed that. They said, get popcorn, or why is TMZ talking about Viners? And then I saw the one that you're referring to, which says, somebody responded, the actual tweet's not there, so I don't know what it says, but somebody says something about, thousands of women, da-da-da-da. And then I was like, oh shit, I remember this. I tweeted this and deleted it like a minute later, because at that point, if you don't remember, we had no idea who each other were. I barely had a Vine account. I had a few thousand followers on there. I was literally a fan watching Vine, and I was mad at you because of what you did to me in my early Vine career. Like, it really hurt me. So like, I said something stupid that I
It's unbelievable how many times in her life she is the victim.
felt bad about, deleted it immediately, and now years later we're talking about it, when you and I, like, the fact that that's even coming up now and that you use that as an argument when we became friends 8 months after
Gabbie,
that,
are you hearing what you're using as arguments?
and you even say in your text to me, like, we squashed that and then we became friends. There's no reason that you should be bringing that up now as a way to try to paint a picture of me that isn't fair.
Gabbie, listen, you brought it up in your video. You said, oh, this was a song lyric. I had no idea about the TMZ article, knowing damn well that you apologized 2 months later in March 2014 to me at the New York Vine meetup, that I'm sorry about those tweets, that was wrong. And literally, you're on your video saying, oh, this was just a song lyric. I had
That
no
one was a
idea
song
about the TMZ
lyric.
article.
That one was a song lyric, and that one was before the TMZ
You said
article.
you deleted it as soon as you understood the context.
Yes, the
You
one-
had plenty of reasons.
No, I'm talking about the different one. We're talking about different
Oh my
tweets.
God, Gabbie
you're
is just
talking about the
making it
Beware, Beware,
up.
Beware of a Woman with a Broken Heart one. That was a song lyric. That was a meme on Vine. I'm talking about the one that
It
said,
could be a song lyric, but you tweeted it to a man on trial for rape who you were supporting that day.
yeah, but that tweet, I was like not the context. The one about the thousands of women that is deleted, but I'm not sure what the actual one is. Huh?
They're by the same person, so that's why I'm confused on how you missed it, because it's the same user that was speaking with you that day, and actually other users that were speaking with you that day. If you look at the thing that Lily put up, there's a whole other interaction that shows a lot more of what you were saying that day, and you were calling me a liar. You were
And it was deleted that day 6 years ago, right? Because I put it up, I regret it. As a fan of Vine and a follower
So then why does she hold Jessi to such a high standard for deleting things that she had maybe wrote that were about Gabbie? You know what I mean?
who was commenting on the lives of two people she never met. Just like hey, I let you speak, please. So just like people are commenting on my life and my situation, our situation.
my God.
That was what I did. I put some tweets up that I obviously don't agree with in 2020. It was 6 years ago, and I didn't remember them until I saw them again. And I was like, okay, yeah. And then I was thinking, okay, like maybe I'll do, like once I talked to Jessi, because I was expecting her to reach out, like maybe I can correct this, because that was something that was pointed out to me after I put the video up. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna talk to Jessi, we're gonna figure it out. And then it got into like this long, heated conversation when I just like needed some time, and that's why we're here. But my whole point of this is, why is this coming up in 2020 when we became friends 8 months after those tweets were even out? So it just shows that you're retroactively trying to paint me as a villain, where like,
Jessi's video was literally showing how Gabbie was in DMs with Jessi's fans, leaking Jessi's text messages to say that she was a bad person.
you can't forgive people. You can't forgive people and move on and have discussions and then just continue to bring it up over and over and over.
From
The
Gabbie
answer to your
Hanna.
question is you. You're the reason I brought up anything. You're the reason I'm bringing it up now. You are continuously
Me.
First of all, I do want to say you have absolutely no way to prove when you deleted those tweets. Those tweets were not up for one day, and you still up right now. That do not.
That's why there's barely any interactions, Jessi. There would be a lot more interactions on those tweets if they weren't deleted.
Yes, I know, Gabbie. We found them. Like, straight up, we found them. So there were a lot more interactions. You had a lot of interactions with people, and that's fine, but it does paint the story. You were calling me a liar, but telling Curtis, while calling me a liar, beware of a woman with a broken heart, and you went on your YouTube channel and said, oh, that was like such a coincidence, and then I found out about the TMZ article, and then I deleted it. And then I still said, you know what, there's no reason to go out here and show the proof that she actually did on the day of the TMZ article go off on me, say heinous things that I forgave her for. I absolutely did forgive you for. However, when you are now saying they didn't exist, you are retracting.
Jessi, you're deflecting, and we need to get back to the point because you're deflecting. Because you
What the fuck? We're still on topic, Gabbie. Ooh, I do not know how Jessi had the patience for this.
you're trying to make an excuse. You're trying to make an excuse for making a video that she literally won't listen. Like, she won't let.
Oh my god. The fact that Gabbie posted this thinking it looked good for her, she's not talking to people in the room. She won't listen, speaking over Jessi because you don't have a point, Gabbie.
People talk and then it's manipulation if you like hitting a fact. It's crazy.
I was in the middle of a sentence, so if you can let me finish it, that would be great. Is that possible? Because if you scream at me when I try to interject your sentence.
Have I screamed yet?
Yes!
I was literally saying the whole reason why I'm bringing it up is because you are online saying that anybody who calls you a rape apologist because of me, which I never called you in my video, I just showed the things you were saying, is liable for defamation of character. Then you say that I tried to ruin your career by falsely accusing you of being a rape apologist, something that I didn't say before today, which, however, by definition, which rape apology is an umbrella term for any argument suggesting that rape is infrequent, misreported, overreported, not that big of a deal, or excusable in some circumstances. You did engage in rape apologist behavior on January 16, 2014. So therefore, nobody is liable for defamation. That was what I was trying to say.
Well, the thing with the defamation case, because I actually never said I was suing you for defamation. I was going to sue you for torturous interference, and I actually wasn't suing you for defamation.
Girl, torturous interference. You shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up.
Because as a public figure, it's pretty much impossible to sue anybody for defamation. I was suing you for a lot of other things, torturous interference being one of them, which I can actually prove. But as far as the defamation case goes, there are a lot of other things that you lied about in your video that are very provable that my lawyers and I are discussing that you did lie
Girl,
about.
shut up with the lawyer talk.
It was a FaceTime call. I have 3 witnesses willing to step forward and confirm that it was a FaceTime call.
Oh my
Second,
God.
you very conveniently removed the part of my video where I say this isn't about a YouTuber, it's not about a Viner, it's not about anybody you know, it's about somebody from back home. Don't start drama with somebody because it's not worth it. And I thought it was very interesting that you chose to.
Gabbie Hanna is not going to heaven. Can we say that? Because Jesus Christ, this is like unimaginable levels of evil. Like, of evil. This is so crazy. I have never seen this in full before. I've never seen this in full before.
To edit that out, and that actually shows malintent and spread of misinformation, amongst other things, which, you know. So, yeah, I actually was never suing for defamation. But the thing is, Jessi, I don't want to sue you at all. For the same reason.
Well, why the fuck do you keep bringing up a goddamn fucking lawyer? Oh my god, it's worse than I remembered. It's worse than I thought.
And that I didn't want to respond at all because and I'm not just saying this to blow smoke up your ass, because you know that I actually do have a heart and care about you and your family and people in general. You have a fucking son, Jessi. Like, I'm not trying to take food out of your kid's mouth. I'm not trying to have you fly back to Florida to do a court case when I know you moved to Georgia. Like,
leave him out of this.
What do you even yeah, I don't understand why you're saying that. But anyway,
wait, what do you mean you don't understand why I'm saying that?
Yeah, because it's weird, Gabbie. You're acting like you have authority over her life. Shut up. This is so creepy.
So, first of all, here's the story time. I'll address that. That story time, in case you don't remember the context of it, 4 months before that story time, you congratulated me on being pregnant. You posted it when I was 7 months pregnant and called me a psycho bitch and said I was neurotic and psychotic. It did not matter to me. If you said, oh, it's about a YouTuber you don't know. We always do that. It doesn't matter. Like, if I do a video about someone, I'm going to be like, oh, this is a guy I dated. You're not going to know who it is.
So you were allowed to post your video, but I wasn't allowed to post mine?
Because she spoke about you so much differently. We saw it yesterday.
You were allowed to post yours.
So why are you complaining about it?
Gabbie, you are completely accusing me of blackmail.
How many times do you think you brought me up on your channel in the last 6 years?
This is so creepy.
Not enough to justify this.
Really? Give me a number. Give me a number. How many do you think?
If I had to say even like small jobs, maybe 4.
It's 7. That's over 1 a year. That's crazy, Jessi. And then that's not including the subtweets. It's not including the tweets that you've liked. It's not including the comments that you've responded to, confirming. It's not including any of that.
Sure. And I can listen. I'm the person that cannot admit fault. Although I was reacting to things that you did that bothered me, making a video or a little catty remark in a video that I knew would see is absolutely a catty and immature thing to do. I can agree with you on that. However, you now in 2020 going off for a week talking about my rape, talking about my rapist.
Jessi, you tweeted that I was a shitty person in 2019. Why is that okay?
That's justifying you doing all of this regarding her R word?
Like, literally just stop talking about me. Like, it's that easy. I, over 6 years, all the videos, I've made 1 video about you where I protected your identity and hid your name from the comments. You've made 7 videos about me, so many subtweets. Jen has done that, and I've never responded. You have talked to people personally about me, talked to fans about me.
This is unfucking believable.
DM'd 1 fan privately, and you use that as an excuse to really...
Because you were leaking private text.
Try to ruin my life and my career. Do you think that's fair that you can talk about me and provoke me for 7 years and I never respond? And one time I DM'd 1 person who was accusing me, by the way, falsely
she
of
won't shut up.
With a rapist. Literally said, I'm collabing with a rapist. So
oh my god, she will not shut up.
I DM'd the 1 person who said she's collabing with a rapist, and I had a conversation with an adult human being. And then you made a video literally trying to ruin my career.
Okay, I absolutely was not trying to ruin your
What did you think it was going to do? What did you think it was going to do?
I can tell you what I was hoping it was going to do. I was hoping that it would stop your behavior of incessant, and this is the truth, incessant talking about my rape, talking about me as if I'm a liar.
Jessi, where? Where have I talked about your rape or called you a liar?
You were in the fans' DMs.
Never even subtweeted you anywhere. Incessant, there was one person. Who else?
It was within the last couple weeks. It shows that it's currently happening.
You can't say incessant. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm raising my voice. I'm sorry, but you can't say that I incessantly do something and then not show me something.
What I can say is that I find it highly inappropriate and insulting to me that you use my trauma, the thing that I've gone through that has shifted my life forever. I will never be able to change that. And you use it to defend yourself, and you use it to slander me. And then today alone, you call me a sexual predator. I think that that's insulting.
I didn't call you a sexual predator. No, that's a misrepresentation of what I said. I said it was predatory behavior, which it was because you're a public figure and you were with a teenager. I'm telling you, like, I'm not going to let you say things that I didn't say. I didn't call you a sexual predator.
Okay,
I did not.
Can I say what you said? You said I have a screenshot. I was sexually pressuring someone.
Yes.
Who, I'm sorry, did that person tell you that? And number two, at the end you said, yeah, predatory things. She likes that, or she's like that. So you did insinuate that I'm some sort of predator in a message, and I have to ask you, why would you do that?
I do think you're predatory. I think you're a predatory person. I think that you abuse your power and you use control tactics and manipulation tactics to try to hurt people. And I think that what you did in that situation was super, super predatory to this kid. You're talking about how uncomfortable he is and how he's so shy, and you're like, are we gonna make out? Are we gonna grind? You're not gonna come to the after party? I did, but I did delete that because I was like, you know what? That's not fair. I'm not gonna do that, and I deleted it.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you stuck up for him. That's really cool because I actually am still in contact with him on Instagram, and I came to him and I was like, dude, I'm so sorry if I ever made you feel uncomfortable. And he's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I had a great time. My prom was amazing. I never tried to kiss that kid. Like, this is a complete stupid
That's
joke.
good. I'm glad.
You knew. Okay, no, I'm glad. But what I want to ask is, what does that have to do with you lying about defending Curtis?
What is anything in your video? First of all, I didn't lie about defending Curtis, but like, what does anything in your video have to do with anything?
Dude,
like, you literally
she is an evil woman.
brought up our personal drama onto the internet.
This isn't drama, Gabbie. That's what you're not getting.
Because I had a conversation with a person. Like, that was so.
I did my video with one intention: to stop your behavior. To stop.
What behavior? What behavior needs to be stopped?
That you were in the fans' DMs leaking shit and talking shit about her.
Are you? Like, what? Did you not watch my video? Like,
Jessi, you're mad because I DM'd a fan, right?
No, I am not because
You're mad.
You talk about my medication.
You talk about your medication publicly, Jessi. You have so many public tweets.
That doesn't give you the right to share private information.
And videos talking about your medication. That's not fair for you to say.
I mean, you do. Mind your own business.
Jessi, I'm having a conversation. I'm allowed to have a conversation with an adult.
You mean a fan of Jessi's?
You have permission to talk about all my fucking shit. So don't tell me, oh, you already talked about it. Well, mind your own business, Miss. I do not want drama. You talk about my medication. You call my
You talk about your medication.
Girl, shut the fuck up.
Okay, you're not
publicly.
Your own business, but talking about. Okay.
Is it my own business if you talk about it publicly and then
I do not know how Jessi handled this. I would have freaked the fuck out.
and call me a shitty person on the internet, and then it causes a shitstorm for me because you called me a shitty person?
I'm your river. It was a subtweet, and you subtweeted me the next day saying the best thing, the most empowering thing in this world is when you could hurt someone and not doing it.
Oh, it's so crazy that you didn't think I was talking about, obviously, Trisha Paytas in that situation.
Gabbie, I didn't even tag you in my subtweet. For all you know, it was about Tim from down the street.
But Jessi, it's always about me, and you confirmed that it was about me. You confirmed.
She wants everything to be about her. That's the problem.
You confirmed it was about me.
Gabbie, I'm not saying it wasn't about you. I'm just saying.
So what's your point?
When I did it, oh my gosh. Is anything productive going to come out of this?
I don't think so. That's why that's why I decided that it's not worth it, because realistically, you're not
Gabbie, you're the only one talking.
able or willing or ready to accept the fact of what you did, which was completely inappropriate, completely immature, and caused me a lot of harm and trauma and damage.
Oh my God. How are you the one that's gone through all the trauma?
Financially, emotionally, and personally. And now you're experiencing a fraction of what I experienced, and you're screaming at me. So,
Gabbie, I don't know if you know this. I'm not sure if you know this. You've experienced this for 6 months, right?
I've experienced for 6 years.
Well, so have I. I have been called a liar.
I tweeted you?
For years. You were one of the people that contributed to
Where?
that.
Where?
So I have been called
Where?
for years. Gabbie, I was shunned from Vine for coming out on my
For me? From me? I did that? I didn't do that.
Gabbie, I'm not saying that for free. I'm not saying that all the time it was you. I'm saying that day on TMZ you contributed to the behavior that I experienced from other people for years. I have just been called a liar, an intention whore for years, just because I had the audacity to show up to the hospital and tell them I was raped. So I do have to ask you how on earth you can think. I do not understand what you're going
So why would you want to do that to somebody else, Jessi?
She is so unbelievably self-obsessed.
It's an easy answer. I did not want to do that to you. Your channel, your Twitter, your Instagram, I'm sorry, your data has shown that you are losing followers before and after me. So it is
Jessi, I can prove financially and monetarily the impact and trust me, I've done the data analytics. This all happened 2 years ago when all the other stuff happened and I was actually gaining again, and it was slowed down, and then you put out your video, and that day.
That's also not her responsibility. If she made the video about your behavior, you did the behavior that people are then choosing to unfollow.
there's a massive hit and I can show through Patreon and lost deals, I'm not worried about proving that. I'm not saying that my channel was in the most spectacular condition, but being called a rape apologist and letting that rumor like just run like that was damaging to my career and my life and my mental state.
Gabbie, but you were a rape apologist on January 16, 2014. By that up.
Jessi, the deflection here is crazy because you
Hello?
keep ignoring the actual facts of this situation where
Gabbie, what are the facts? You are not even keeping a straight fucking story.
like I said, tweeted something that we don't even really know what it was because it was deleted. It was gone pretty immediately. And then we became friends 8 months after that. So you using this as an argument, plus people are saying that I abandoned my best friend because I chose his rapist, and that narrative going is fucked up.
Okay, this is what happened. I saw the messages from, and absolutely, without a doubt, I'm not, first of all, I knew I wasn't going to come to you because you were going to say, you've got tweets about me, so it was justified, which was not an okay answer for me anymore. You've always justified certain things, and I said, no, that's not okay. Just like right now, you're literally telling me that you never tried to have sex. So I'm like, okay, so you just deny things that happened.
Jessi, because that's not the full story. That's not fair. And that's why, like, we had this conversation so many times, but you keep throwing out these random things that just are not true. And
Keep throwing out these random things? Literally, Jessi just proved that Gabbie will say something without proof.
Bringing up the same thing over and over, where tried to have sex with me 3 separate times, and each time I said no. I said something as he was talking shit about you, where I said we should just hook up. I did not try to have sex with because if I wanted to, I would have when he asked me 3 times to have sex.
Oh, there it is. There it is. The favorite sentence you say in the email.
Yeah. If I wanted to have sex with I would. So stop telling people that I tried to fuck your boyfriend when I didn't. If I wanted to fuck him in the 3 times that he texted me and wanted to have sex with me, I would have had sex with him.
Can I continue with
Oof. 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 Yuck, Gabbie. Yuck, Gabbie. She's so evil.
Yes, but stop bringing up the same thing that we squashed 3 years ago.
It's in the proof. Like, get over yourself. It's in proof.
I know, I have it.
Admitted to it. So then you should have where you say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did it just to know I could do it. Then you should have that.
Yeah, exactly. I did it just to know I could because you hurt both of us. Exactly. I didn't try to have sex with him. I said
I did it just to
know that I could. You just
I did it just to know that I could. Girl, you are fucked up. Like, you are fucked up.
confirmed what I just said.
Spoiler alert. That is equally as fucked up. Sorry, but it is.
You literally just confirmed what I said, which is I never tried to have sex with your boyfriend. He was talking to me, talking shit about you, and he asked me to have sex 3 times, and it felt good knowing after what you did that I could do that back. Because
after what Jessi did, which was nothing, mind you. This is...
because you did that to me.
So the times in the messages where you
Yeah, Gabbie posted this, thinking it looked good for Gabbie.
admit to telling him I'm a slut and all that stuff, that never happened either, right?
Jessi.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So anyway, yeah, I know, right? I'm such a slut. The rape victim, such a slut. Anyway,
No. See, don't try to pretend like I called you a slut as a rape victim. Don't say I slut shamed you for getting raped, Jessi. Because it's just crazy how the narrative is twisting. Like, oh, call the rape victim a slut. If I called you a slut, it's because of you literally going after every guy I said I was interested in and fucking them.
So you did call her a slut then? Go fuck yourself, Gabbie.
Oh,
and you know what? I don't agree with slut shaming. And you're right. When I was 23 years old, I said some fucked up shit when I was really hurt by the shit that you were doing to me. You're right. And I don't think that I deserve to have a hit piece put out against me because I called you a slut in 2015.
Gabbie, I was doing a basic table reading of your messages. This is the truth. If I wanted to do a hit piece, this is what I would have done. When you sent in those messages, it's like this. Look up the tweets. You have to do it, Gabbie. Here are all of them because I had them at that time. I did.
This is so shocking.
I'm upset at messages. Not that tweets that I are a million years do exist and you're saying they don't. If I wanted to do a hit piece, I would have been malicious. And I wasn't. I just wanted your behavior to... I literally, in that moment, looked at the end of messages and I said, this person, I did one step to it because of the whole church situation. I deleted it.
Which you didn't need to do, right? Which you really didn't need to do, but you
Gabbie, there's so much that you didn't need to do.
Consistently for 6 years, and finally I snapped and talked to one person after you tweeted about me for 6 years.
Yeah.
This is just such an inaccurate portrayal of what happened.
Don't add up.
Right. Let's talk about when I bring up the fact that you did something. Let's talk about that. Let's change the subject whenever I bring up something that you don't want to talk about, because you know that you and I, our last conversation was totally cordial. The last 2 years of our conversation was cordial, and then you blocked me and put up a tweet that I was calling me a shitty person. That was uncalled for.
It's interesting you have every text message since 2017, but you conveniently...
2015, I have.
Okay, you conveniently left out the part where I confront you for making that story time when I was pregnant. And then you proceed to tell your video, like all the people like...
You made your video about me, and then I waited and I didn't say anything, and then you tweeted about me again, and I finally made a video as a response where I'm like, you know what, Jessi at this point has already made 5 videos about me and has tweeted about me so many times, I'm going to make my own video.
Okay, you're mistaking the timeline. Those are over a year apart.
What, my video and yours?
No. Well, I saw my friend's man. Then a long time passed. Then you congratulated me for being pregnant, and then 4 months later.
Because you tweeted again.
No, I didn't tweet. Gabbie, you can ask him to ever tweet about you. I don't. There's certain people I see on the street, and I'm like, man, I get bad vibes, and I'll tweet about bad vibes. It doesn't mean Gabbie gives me bad vibes.
But when you're actively responding to like hate comments about me and like
Holy shit, she literally is just insinuating that things that Jessi is tweeting is about her and then justifying making a hate video on her.
hate comments about me.
Oh my God, Gabbie, not everything is about
Jessi,
you.
they say my name in them. Like literally the tweet.
How do they say your name in them when you're not able to show any proof?
The comments and the tweets that you're hearting and responding to are literally saying stuff about like, Gabbie's such a shitty person. Can you tell us why you and Gabbie aren't friends anymore? I always had bad vibes about her. Like, you're literally just...
I do just at this point look forward to your irrefutable proof out here from your lawyer, because at this point you're just spouting nonsense. But what I was saying was, if I wanted to be malicious, I could have put tweets in my first video and said, yes, she was a rape apologist. I did not say that. I read Deanna's messages and I tried to keep my commentary to a minimum, because I really just tried to call out the behavior, which is number one. That you're like, you talk about me, the fans. You have no proof of that at all.
Why do you truly believe that I don't, right?
Gabbie, I truly believe that I have never... Okay,
that's fine. Then it's not something we're going to see eye to eye on. I know what I see.
What the fuck does she keep doing this? Oh, when we're not going to see eye to eye when she just loses the argument. This is such bullshit.
You say it doesn't exist. That's something not worth arguing about, because obviously we're just not going to see eye to eye. I think we're both getting a little worked up. So let's try to reel it back a little bit, because we're both getting upset. So let's just like take a breather and like.
You started it upset. I actually started it pretty calm, and you started it upset. But sure.
That's fine. Okay, then I'm still trying to say let's calm down. If you don't need
let's calm down. Let's calm down is crazy. Like, let's calm down is really, really, really crazy.
Point fingers. It doesn't always have to be you did this. I'm saying we're both upset right now. Let's just both reel it back and calm down.
Let's both reel it back and calm down. Gabbie, you are being crazy.
Okay, sure. Ask why you...
God, Jessi's being so patient.
...on your live stream read a message twice about me bullying someone in high school for being Mexican, chubby, and nerdy. Can I ask why you stopped at that and have repeated to never mention anything about it again? What was your reasoning?
Because I was reading the messages out loud, started reading it, and I was like, oh fuck, kept reading it, and then I was like, you know what, sure, whatever. Jessi has tried to hurt me Jessi tried to hurt me for so long. Like, why? Let's... You know, that's literally it. I just don't care anymore about protecting your feelings. And it also goes to show like what a two-faced...
Did you...
person that person was, now that she's buddying up with you and Jen Dent, that she also was very willing and ready to try to like spread information about you.
Jesus, she's just so scummy.
I have never, first and foremost, any conversations I've had with her have not been divulged to me what you and Gabbie spoke about. I'm not like that, Gabbie. So as much as you like to think I am absolutely not. So number one, I was someone who watched her videos before this all happened. So you can think whatever you'd like. However, you skipped a lot of messages when you were reading, and you're like, oh, that's private.
Because she was talking about her abusive relationship. Like, I'm not going to fucking read that out loud.
No, I'm saying...
You seemingly have no fucking problem talking about others.
You're capable of skipping over something, but you stopped on the one that you haven't... You just read it twice. Jessi bullied me in high school for being Mexican, chubby, and nerdy. You read it twice. Why? Like, you just don't care. That's your answer. You don't care about my feelings.
Right now, I don't. Because it's like, I tried so hard for so long to be cool with you.
Oh,
and that's what's so shitty about all of this. Is it's like, you never would communicate with me. You would just block my number. And then it's like, I think we're on cool terms. And then... we're just not. And it's like, if you're not talking to me, if you're not communicating with me, there's no way for me to know there's a problem. And if there's a problem, talk to me. Like,
Gabbie, are you really under the impression through this conversation when you're screaming and not letting me get a word in that you are someone that is easy to speak to in these situations that are easy to talk about?
Do you not see that you're doing the same thing and that we're both obviously not good at communicating with each other? And that...
Gabbie, you will not let her fucking talk. You will not let her fucking talk. You're not both on the same level here.
That's why we've been avoiding this call for so long. Like, it's not, I don't think anybody would agree that I'm just yelling at you and asking you not to talk. It's like, we're both getting upset with each other. And that's what it's always been.
Gabbie, you're literally rage baiting her right now.
Us, Jessi, is we just don't get along. And that's just what it is. And that's all it should be, right? Is we just don't get along and like, don't tweet that I'm a shitty person and don't like talk about my EP and don't like, you know what I mean? Like, I literally just want to be left alone.
No one was talking about your goddamn music.
Gabbie, I don't, okay, this whole thing too that you say plans on your music, with all due respect, I do not listen to your music or know any stuff at all, and I don't mean that as like an offensive thing you're doing. That's great that you have a career. I do not listen to your music or know about it. Like, the one day that I put out a music video, the last thing on my mind is you or your music. Like, I promise you that.
What other YouTuber put out an EP at that time that you had to say, I'm not just some YouTuber putting out an EP, I actually wrote this from my heart?
But she said that she didn't say that.
Like, why would you say that?
Gabbie, you know that how I know you're full of it right now? My brother wrote that song. I didn't even write it. I wouldn't have written that sentence. So literally that sentence never happened. It's fine that you think it did.
You don't think that you and your brother like didn't work on that song together? Like, regardless, you said something. I'll pull that one up and I'll send it to you.
I'll pull it up and send it. Read from it right now.
I'll send it to you.
Yes, he wrote it for me. Like, you wrote it for me like 5 years ago. No, we did not go right in virtual. So I don't really think. I mean, I agree with you on the fact that we absolutely, under no circumstances, have any communication ever again. However, you have yet to apologize for anything. I'm not saying to.
Did you apologize to me?
Oh my God.
Well, here's the thing. I did.
When?
about the subtweets when I said I'm catty and the videos, yes, that's stupid.
And again, she didn't need to apologize to Gabbie.
Okay, you're not sorry for the video that you made at all.
Oh my God,
As it being a
Gabbie.
reaction of your direct actions? No, I was standing up for myself. I do still stand by that video.
So you can stand up for yourself publicly, but when I stand up for myself publicly, I owe you an apology.
Jesus.
You literally just said you didn't apologize.
Okay, ma'am. The action has a reaction, correct?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't actually, because you have said and done a lot of things on the internet over the years, and I haven't reacted.
Gabbie, you're not going to finish a sentence. Let me speak. Every action has a
But
reaction.
Gabbie, you've just proven that you're willing to make an exposed video on her, a hate story time on her, when she does a tweet that's unrelated to you.
My subtweet, your tweets to Deanna. I mean, your tweets to Deanna. To me, that's extremely disproportionate. Then I made a video and you made a video.
It is disproportionate, absolutely, because I said something privately to one person and you said something publicly to your audience. You're 100%
Well, you were also talking to her audience privately in their DMs.
right. There is a disproportion there.
No. There ain't no disproportion from the DMs to my video, and I'll explain to you why. Because you messaged someone who just an hour before had been completely against you, did not tag you in that tweet. You took it upon yourself and messaged them with my private information, my medication information.
Yep.
That was public. That was very
That's
public.
not public. It was your text with her. It's hard having a conversation with someone who goes on like this because there is no winning, even though you know that you're in the right.
And my rape, Susie, under no circumstances do I ever want.
What did I talk about her rape with? What do you mean? I didn't talk about your rape with her. I talked about the fact. Go ahead.
Okay, you're not going to tell me what you spoke about because I looked at those messages for a million years. You called my rape drama. The situation surrounding my rape, all the rape drama. Literally, you mentioned my rape a million times and my rapist a million times, and then in the same DM, call me a liar that just wants attention. So to me, an appropriate.
You're talking about a DM to two different people, so it wasn't in the same message. I didn't say rape drama to Deanna. I said.
Which then proves that you were talking to more than one person, but you were just making the issue that it was only one person.
That to Abby, which was an insensitive semantic. I 100% agree with that. That I could have called it like the time around her rape or all of the stuff going around her rape. Like, I don't know what else to say it. It was bad semantics. I never meant that in a disrespectful way to like deduce
Jesus
your experience
Christ.
down to drama. And I'm genuinely sorry if you felt that way because
I'm sorry if you felt that way. God, she is just horrible in every way.
never ever would try to take that away from you or invalidate that. And like sincerely from the bottom of my heart right now, like please
You
understand
just said I'm sorry if you feel like that.
that if you felt that like
If you felt like that, oh, she's pissing me the fuck off.
belittled your experience or just took away from something, that was not my intention. It was just like a quick way of typing.
Now?
What's that?
Is it your intention on talking about the rape apologist that I'm the one that's a sexual predator? I do this, I do that. Do you understand that also is extremely traumatic to see? I'm not the one. I wasn't on stage. I never even called you that in my video. People did digging into your past and the tweets that you
Did I hear Gabbie smoking weed in the background?
had for Curtis that day, and they determined that you were a rape apologist, and they called you that. I never once called you that. So like. Literally saying,
But you were like liking tweets. You were liking tweets and stuff, calling me that. So like that is perpetuating the rumor and like responding to like comments or like hearting comments about that. Like that is perpetuating the rumor, and it shows that you saw that narrative was happening and that you didn't care to dispel it or correct it.
I don't believe you.
Okay.
I wouldn't like a tweet that says, "Oh, Gabbie collabed with Curtis," because I never gave a shit about who collabed with Curtis. This whole thing that you said I created this 5-year rumor is bizarre. But anyway, I will continue and say, dude, if you feel that, then in the messages to Deanna, you are now on Twitter completely bringing my trauma back up. I mean, this is like.
Jessi, you brought it up. I'm sorry, but you brought it up. And like now I have to defend myself because I'm being called a rape apologist. And I will give you this. I will say you've never called me
I will give you this. How dare you?
a rape apologist. You've only like liked the tweets. You called me a backstabber. You said I left you for your rapist because he had more followers. Like those are not. Gabbie is a rape apologist. I'll give you that. But I'm not on Twitter saying Jessi called me a rape apologist. My point in doing this is fighting the internet's narrative
Jesus Christ.
of me defending my best friend's rapist, ditching my best friend for her rapist, deciding to collab with my best friend's rapist. And like that's kind of the shitty part about it is like because it's brought up publicly and people are allowed to speculate and take it wherever they want, I have to respond to that because it is damaging to my life and my reputation and my career and my mental health.
Oh
and
my
I'm really
God,
sorry
girl.
that,
It's like she's reading a damn script. And you know she thinks she's eating too.
it involves you because you didn't explicitly said that. And I'm telling you right now that you're right. Like you never explicitly said Gabbie is a rape apologist. Gabbie collabed with my rapist.
Then what's your problem, girl?
So this isn't even really an attack on Jessi Smiles. It's an attack on what the internet is saying and what you're allowing. And then once it became more, now it's an attack on Jessi Smiles.
Gabbie, but you just said it right now. I never said you collabed with Curtis, and yet in your video you said for 5 years I've been saying you collabed with Curtis. You just said right now you never.
No. I said you started the rumor that I ditched you for my rapist or for your rapist 5 years ago.
She's
which you
just
did.
making
And
shit up on the fly.
I think they're actually in the video that went up today from that other channel.
Have a full folder.
I'm pretty sure it's actually on the internet right now. I'm pretty sure not another drama channel.
I'm pretty sure. Glasses up. I'm pretty sure it's on the internet right now. Shut up.
Put it in there.
I do have to tell you, Gabbie, by definition, I do have to reiterate, the evidence of what you said that day, insinuating girls have cried rape in my neighborhood all thousands of times, which you admitted to right now in this call. You admitted to it in Like, literally, it's all there. The evidence is all there. That is rape apologist behavior. So by definition, if people were calling you a rape apologist, that is not factually incorrect. You have to understand.
So you think that a deleted tweet from 6 years ago, because you had been very mean to me and I said something stupid before I had a following, you think you think that in 2020 deserves me to be called a rape apologist?
Well, it looks like you're not willing to address it in a formal or appropriate manner years later.
That when I had no followers and you were so cruel to me on the internet, do you think that...
Oh my
I
God.
blocked you without saying a word because of the rap battle, so don't feel so gross.
No, you commented on it calling me pathetic, and then you asked your followers to go call me a wannabe.
Oh, good God, Gabbie. Ugh. Did you see what Lily posted? The evidence of your interactions that day that absolutely proves that you were.
Jessi, I've seen everything, and my point is still that you're
Before I had a following, so we're only being a good person while being an influencer, and look how that turned out.
talking about something from 6 years ago that we weren't even friends. No, Jessi, that's not literally at all ever what I said. You're twisting my words. I'm saying I never defended my best friend's rapist. I never ditched my best friend for her rapist. I never collabed with my best friend's rapist, and I'm not a fucking rape apologist. That's my point.
Gabbie. No. I have all your live streams where about 1 million times you say, I am falsely accused of being a apologist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you just said that you weren't saying that.
Apologist. And the reason I'm bringing it up is because you're pretending that it doesn't exist. You're literally saying in your video, oh, this was one tweet with song lyrics. No, there is evidence that you were in fact excusing rape and siding with Curtis that day, and yet you are
And still doing it in 2026 in her Patreon group chats, by the way.
The whole internet using my trauma to do it and saying this never happened. You literally are just saying, oh no, what happened never happened. It did. I mean, it just did. You said what you said on January 26, 2014. You apologized to me, and I accepted that apology. In no world can you now say, oh, that just didn't happen. That is rape apologist behavior that I forgave you for. So if everyone wants to call you a rape apologist,
So why are you talking about it in 2020? Why are you talking about it in 2020 then?
Because you're talking about it.
You are.
Jessi, what are you talking about? You
Oh my God, I don't know how Jessi kept her cool.
did this. Do you not realize that you did this? Do you not truly see that everything that is happening right now is a direct result of what you did?
She is so fucking evil, dude. Like, she really is so vindictive.
Every way. You tweeted.
And again, yeah, keep in mind, Gabbie is still talking about this in 2026 and Jessi isn't.
Tweeted. And then I had a private conversation. And then I had a private conversation with a fan, and then you made that public and made a public video, and now I'm speaking out and I'm defending myself, and it's somehow my fault, and I'm bringing this up, and why am I doing this? You literally did this. You did all of this.
Gabbie, you know that
This is like unbelievable levels of ugly. Like, really, really, really.
I'm not the only one you have drama with, right? It was content by
And Jessi, you're not the only one I'm not the only one you have drama with either.
Who? I stay in my house. I'm a hermit crab. Who do I have drama with right now?
We're obviously getting to a toxic point.
She wasn't able to answer. Jessi was like, Gabbie, you have drama with everyone. And Gabbie went, well, so do you. And Jessi went, who? And then Gabbie goes, we're obviously needing to move on.
And I'm not sure if there's anything else that you want to talk about. As far as my live stream, I was going to offer an alternative. It feels like you're not interested in hearing it. But this is just...
Well, she doesn't get all she's fucking hearing is you right now.
Something that, like, and this isn't me trying to, like, hurt you or threaten you in any way.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be very hurtful and very threatening.
Like, this is not, do this or this is going to happen. Like, I mean, I guess it kind of is. But it's just like, I'm not doing it to hurt you. It's because I have to tell the story and defend myself. And I'm not going to stop.
Correct, because I don't want to
I literally can't believe Gabbie posted this thinking that she came out good in this.
twist the narrative here.
Yeah.
You're going to go on a live stream and present information you've refused to present to me to prove accusations.
Well, no, there was actually a lot that there's some that I have to keep private because I was told, like, for example, like the named witnesses, like written statements, shit like that kind of thing I can't show. And then there's certain emails.
What does she mean she can't show? Like, what is she, like, I don't understand.
Emails and stuff that I've been asked to, like, keep private, which I'm sure you have, certain text messages that I've been asked to keep private, but it's just like, I just need to, like, tell my story about this. That's
It's not your story. It's not your story, Gabbie. It's not your story. She needs to tell her story. How does she make everything about herself?
how I feel, like the same way you're feeling. I think we're in the same boat, and like that's why
You're not in the same boat.
it sucks so much that it's ever been made public in the first place, and I wish it...
Hello?
Hey, I didn't know if you hung up or if it dropped.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. You're so much clearer now. Holy shit, I wish we would have called back at the beginning because you sound 1,000 times better. Holy shit. I just, like, it sucks because I, like, don't know the answer that like makes everybody happy. And I wish there was some type of
that makes everybody happy. Stop focusing on everybody, like your public persona and image, and focus on your ex-best friend and roommate.
like middle ground, and I just don't know what that is. I just don't know.
I mean, for me, I know that you said that you didn't watch my video until after you posted yours, but I think that what would have been a good middle ground is you watching my video, getting anything you felt was
bare minimum, by the way, to watch the fucking video.
Important to put out there and putting it out in a video, and that would be it. Like, I made a video, you made a video. Like, that would literally have been the most fair thing. I honestly am just confused at all this online back and forth now, when I feel like you should have just done it in your video. You should have just aired out whatever you felt was fair. But in my opinion, I don't think the right way to go about it is a million live streams and tweeting at every single person. Listen, I dealt with Curtis subtweeting me when I would speak up about my rape, and I had to deal with people calling me.
Yeah, Curtis is a fucking dick. Like, we all agree Curtis is a dick, right? Like,
right? Her saying that to Jessi. We agree he's a dick, right?
It was handled without couth, and like, I think we all feel that. Like, I totally am 100% on your side with that. But like, I never, and I swear to God, I'm not like throwing smoke up your ass. Like, I never wanted to respond in the first place because I don't want to hurt you, Jessi. Like, what I went through was like,
no, you didn't want your public persona being affected.
Constant anxiety and panic and not eating and not sleeping and not being able to work. And like, you get it. It's all consuming. I know you're experiencing that. And I didn't want to respond. And it just felt like that's what I've done for so long. And then it was like, oh my God, another video with my name in the thumbnail. Like, is this ever going to end? And I know you say that in that video, you're like, this is the last time. But like, you didn't have to do that.
Because she's responding to Gabbie.
No?
Well, I thought, to me, honestly, and I'm sorry that honestly, like, I really am sorry if you took that in a bad way. Like, not that I hate those types of apologies. I'm sorry if that hurt you, that I brought you up in a video. And honestly, in my eyes, you know, like you said, people have not stopped. So I have also been on the receiving end of 1,000,005 questions and everything. And when I was like, oh, I'm going to do a Q&A, forget it. It was like I have all the questions where I was like, Jesus, if I don't address something. So I wanted to do something very mild and especially tell people, like, that's it. Like, there's nothing to talk about anymore.
But do you feel it was mild or... Because, like, for me, because this is how I feel. Like, to me, it hurt. Because it was like...
Everything is me.
You know what? Like, I don't regret it. And I'm just telling people how they can treat me. And it was, like, very... It felt so pompous. And, like, it's almost like you felt happy. And, like, seeing, like, the tweets from Jen and Alex. And, like the picture of me...
It's almost like you felt happy. You're just speaking for her here.
Standing over a grave. And, like, it's just... What? Or the picture of you three standing over a grave. And just all of the, like, celebration of...
Yeah, again, not posted by Jessi at all.
I do want to be open. Well, first of all, that's the exact opposite of what I wanted to do with my video. Sometimes I miss the mark. I think I'm doing one thing. I'm like, oh, this is going to make everything way better. And then it doesn't. This is a good example of that. Definitely did not make it better. So I can own up to that, you know? And full disclosure, unless, like, I feel I have to in any way, because, I mean, I'm just like you're defending yourself. If anything gets out of hand, like, this is our platform. You know what I mean? So we can use it however we want to defend ourselves in any way we need. So I'm not saying, like, I'm never going to make a video. If everything was to stop, this is the truth. If everything was to disappear tomorrow, I would never, like, since that Q&A, I was never going to mention you again, ever. I know, like, you may not think that, but that is truly my intention before I make my Q&A. Anyway, I do want to say, I don't have, like, Jen goes off on Twitter. There's times I ask her to stop. There are times where I won't even know she's going off on Twitter. Sometimes she'll text me, she'll be like, I tweeted, and I'll respond like, oh God. Like, I do not egg that on. I just want you to know that in any way, shape, or form.
Again, Jessi is not responsible for her friends who can also have issues with Gabbie.
There's been times where I tried to stop it. There's been times where I tried to just not answer the text or whatever. So,
I believe that. I genuinely do believe that you aren't, like, asking Jen to do shit at this point. It just feels like... Feels like. That's on you. Like, my boyfriend and my best friend aren't, like, tweeting about this. And if they did, I would be... I mean, now he is, finally. Like, for 6 months, I literally said, don't fucking do anything. And, like, as much as she's not in your control, I do feel like if you were to ask her to stop, she would have. And I do feel like...
But why is it up to Jessi to have to tell people to stop talking about you? She's the one being wronged by you. It's actually nice to have people supporting you.
No.
You didn't mind, you know? And obviously I can't know
the same way you're reaching out to Jessi's fans to defend you.
That's not true. That's not true. It really isn't true.
Okay, I believe you. I do.
Yeah. And I want to say, after my video went live, I don't know if in your head I was like maniacally rubbing my hands together and in a corner like, ha 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 ha, now I really did it. I suffered a lot. I despise confrontation. I have extreme anxiety. I have a lot of mental health issues. You know this. So I was like literally freaking the fuck out. I remember like 2 nights in, I just wake up my husband and I was like, what? Why did I do it? Oh my God, I'm so scared. Like, what happened? Because I didn't want to hurt you. I genuinely wanted behavior to stop. Hurting you was never something I wanted to do, ever, in any universe.
Also, Gabbie doesn't sound like someone who you could just talk to behind the scenes, is what I'm getting from this call.
I have been hurt on the internet. I have dealt with years of people calling me a liar. I do not want that at all. So I do apologize that you've gone through it because of that. And I wish that if there was any other way that I truly believe things would have been solved, I would have done them. I did not believe anything could be solved privately at all.
I believe it. That
to me just, like, honestly is confusing. And, like, I hope you don't feel I'm trying to fight with you because I feel like we're reaching a point with each other right now where we can really speak to each other. I don't understand why, like, the last time we had a conversation...
Also, the fact that Gabbie keeps bringing it back to like, now we're finally seeing eye to eye, or we're finally having a conversation, brings it out of having an authentic conversation, because you're now like putting like this spectator view on like a timeline of the conversation, like, oh, we're finally wrapping it up now. You know what I mean? It's inauthentic.
And like everything was cool, I thought, and I was like hurt that you said it made me want to puke, or like you said it was like a very non-biased statement, but I watched it and it was like she gives me emails that make me feel like I'm gonna puke, and like I'm so overcome with anxiety, and like obviously that causes speculation. So I was asking you because I was going through a lot, like, can you please remove it? And all of a sudden I'm blocked, and like and then like to tweet that I'm a shitty person publicly, and then I go to my phone and I see like literally that was
she does sound like a shitty person, Gabbie. You do. If she's had to put up with this behind the scenes for years, Jesus, I would have tweeted worse. I would have had worse videos. Like, it's oh my God, I
the day I realized I was blocked, because I sent you another text like probably 2 months later that like a girl named Jessica Vasquez emailed me, and I sent it to you, and I was like, oh my God, I literally thought this was you. And I went back to text you that day when you tweeted I was a shitty person. I saw that I was blocked, and I was like, this has been like this constant thing of like, we're cool and I'm blocked, and then I'm cool and we're blocked, and like I don't know where to go with it.
Yeah, and that's what I can definitely say, and this is the truth. The day, unprovoked, obviously nothing had happened. It was just a decision I had made to not want to be friends anymore. The day that I came to you and did that should have been the last of our communication, unless we saw each other somewhere, or something. I don't know, we just so happened to be somewhere, we could be like, oh, it's Gabbie.
It's upsetting me how much Jessi is having to meet Gabbie in the middle here, just because Gabbie is being so extremely unhinged.
The continuing, which I am very much a part of, obviously.
Gabbie is not the victim here.
I'm like, oh, if I'm nice, things will be better. If I'm nice, we're not going to have any more fights. If I'm nice, yeah, that's like literally my mindset. I'm like, if we're nice, like,
it's mine too. Yeah, I totally get it. Like,
yeah.
100%
doesn't sound like yours,
and it
girl.
Usually is not the case one way or another. Back in the day, I mean, as you know, in our emails and stuff, it's just people would come up to me, or they would come up to you and be like, oh, Gabbie said this, Jessi said that. That caused a lot of shit. Obviously, I don't want to start a fight about it, but things started a lot of shit for me personally, and so it just kind of always like felt like we were trying to be nice to each other, but we really just shouldn't have even tried. Like, we should have just not spoken to each other. So I can definitely agree, like, this whole confusingness is because we should have never, once our friendship ended, we should have let it end.
I 100% agree, and I think that we probably, like, I mean, I know from my end, the reason I felt like I had to keep it cool with you is because I was like afraid, because I felt like every time I thought we were fine.
It's crazy how Gabbie Hanna says she's afraid of everybody. Like, everybody. Like, everybody scares her.
Like, there'd be another tweet, or there'd be like another story time, or there would be like something, and I was just like, I'm afraid.
Well, then maybe you're hiding something.
And I feel like I need to keep the peace with this girl, because like I feel like I haven't spoken to her in so long, and like, why did she make this video? Like, I don't.
Well, why are you only keeping the peace with people so that they don't expose you?
Understand why she just like.
I felt the same way.
But I never did that to you though, except for the one time I made a video.
No, it would always be things in private. It would always be things you do to a person that would come to me and tell me, or it would be certain things that would happen.
But that's different than real life, Jessi. And I will admit, like, of course, there have been times that like, no,
she's afraid of everyone who'll see through her.
Talking shit and like venting in person when somebody hurt you. Like, I was hurt by you. You were hurt by me, and I'm sure you talk shit about me to a lot of people too. You talked about me to Jen. You talked about me to your boyfriend. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just
so weird.
That's just what humans do. But to take it, that's normal. But to take it to the internet,
Gabbie, you took it to the internet in the DMs with that fan.
And make videos and like tweet and like tell these personal stories. That's where I started getting like anxious, where I'm like the one that made me the most anxious was the video where it was people I hate, or YouTubers I hate, or something.
Why is this so self-absorbed? Why is it all about Gabbie?
Where you literally said, I could shit on this person's whole life, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to save it for another day. And once you said that, I was like, oh my God, she's really like waiting for the moment. She's waiting for the moment.
I gotta go look at that, because that video, I didn't even include a story about you.
No, but it was like one of those things that obviously it's about me. Like, there's this one big YouTuber that I was really good friends with. She's really big now, and like I could shit on her whole life, but I'm not going to. And it's
no. I mean, like, I'm telling you straight up, I did not include a story about you in that video. If you thought
it wasn't about me, but that threat is
again. This all boils down to Gabbie seeing things and making them about herself. That has been a common denominator here.
About me. Or tell me who it's about. Like, honestly, if you tell me who that was about and it wasn't about me, like, I'll 100% believe
Gabbie,
you.
she doesn't owe you shit. She doesn't owe you shit.
Well, I promise you that when we're done, I'll go and I'll look at that video and I'll try to remember, because I don't even remember saying I'll shit all over someone's life. But if I go and I look at it, I'll probably remember.
Yeah, you said you told a story about, I think, Lele, Logan, and then there was only one person you wouldn't name.
Again, all boiling down to Gabbie's own insecurities. And is that anyone else's problem? I don't think so.
And that was the end of your video.
Oh, I know who you're talking. That wasn't my People I Hate video. That was the rudest YouTubers. You know who I was talking about? But then if I say the name, is it fine on recording?
I'm not posting this anywhere.
Oh!
That is who that story was about.
You can shit on her whole life?
I can't shit on her whole life, but it was a not fun interaction. And I don't think I ever said I'll shit on her whole life, but if I did say that, it was because I was upset with my
But you said in the video that it was...
Gabbie, she just proved it wasn't about you. Take it and move on, girl.
Somebody that you were really close with and friends with that is a big YouTuber now. Like, you... Like,
girl, shut up.
In that video was...
I think you're thinking of something else, because this video, like you literally said, there was this YouTuber this person who became a really big YouTuber who I was really close with. So like when I saw that, for sure.
Send me the link, because then
well, you deleted the video, but that girl who posted.
What was it called?
I think it was either Rudis YouTubers or people. I think it was Rudis YouTubers.
Okay, those are both not deleted. They're on my channel, so I'll go take a look.
They were deleted when I had to get a forensic analyst to get the private.
Girl, shut the fuck up. You had to get a forensic analyst to find the videos, but Jessi just proved that they were still on her channel.
Video from
like it's still up. It's just private, so I still have it.
Oh yeah, but so that's when I saw that. That was when I was like, okay, Jessi's like for real waiting for the moment, and then obviously I felt like I needed to be like cool, because I was scared, because I'm like, this girl's like threatening me. She's already talked about me. She's already told full stories about our friendship. I don't know what else she is going to do. She had already texted me telling me that she's going to make an entire video exposing me. Like with all of these things, I'm sure you can understand like my position in this and why I'd be scared and why I felt like. I don't know. It's been so fucking long.
I'm gonna straight up say right now, I've never told you, Gabbie, I'm gonna expose you. You're gonna do this, or I'm gonna expose you. I've never even said I'm gonna.
You said if I didn't delete the video, the story time that I told my best friend's man. You told me
I did not. Okay.
You told me if I didn't delete the video that you were going to have to make
she really is just saying shit. She really is just saying shit.
Video defending yourself and show it like.
How is that equal exposing you?
Because you said that you're going to show all these screenshots and tell all these stories when like I did a video in a direct response to a video that you made by literally the same title.
This is
like, you literally made a video
unbelievable.
called this, and then I did one, and I never texted you saying if you don't delete this video, I'm going to do this and this and this. That to me is a threat.
Okay, first of all, I'm sure that I did not say if you don't delete this video, I'm going to sit down and make a video defending myself. That's not how I speak. But second of all, I've already said catty behavior and doing story times and doing whatever was my dumb way, and I'm able to say that was my dumb way of coping with the thing.
It's really upsetting me how much Jessi is like overextending herself here. Obviously because she feels she has to for this conversation to be productive. Meanwhile, Gabbie is just needing apologies and needing statements and it's ridiculous.
Things that you would do behind the scenes. The things which now you're just saying did never happen. You know, whatever. It was things that I know happened.
I never said it didn't happen, Jessi. I'm saying like this is why it's so frustrating, because I'm not saying that conversation.
Girl, don't you dare say that it's frustrating what Jessi's doing here. Don't you dare.
Conversation didn't happen. What I'm saying is I never actually was going to fuck your boyfriend, and I did that after. I don't want to say the names because I'm afraid this recording is going to go out somewhere. Like
you just said you weren't going to post it.
You know, but there was a situation.
You know, like I hear you. Like I'm sorry you're hurting. I really am. And like this, if I could do things differently, I don't know. I don't know if I felt
again.
Like,
it's very unfortunate how much Jessi's feeling the need to have to overextend herself.
In our conversation, I genuinely did not feel like that was something that could happen, because a lot of times, and it's happened a few times in this conversation, I'm not gonna lie to you, where you've just told me something that is not I didn't do.
And then I agree with that, because like on my side, it's like I don't think you're like trying to gaslight me. I think that there's a possibility that you genuinely don't remember stuff like that, because
girl, you don't have shit.
Like, I mean, I have that screenshot, for example. And what I genuinely feel happened is it was there, and like you tweet and delete, you post and delete, and that's one that you just don't remember. But like, it does get frustrating when I'm like, oh my God, I literally have this like screenshot.
You're refusing to show it. I don't know what to tell you, Gabrielle. You're refusing to show it. You sound like the ultimate gaslighter here.
And like evidence that this thing happened, and like you're telling me it didn't happen. Like, I don't think that you're lying to me. I think that like you just genuinely don't remember, and it gets frustrating when it's like I'm looking at it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why I'm saying like, send it to me. Like, tell me, because hello, this has been a lot of years of a lot of shit. I'm going.
It just boils down to this. Why is Gabbie not actively texting Jessi these things by being like, "What's your opinion?" Because she doesn't have anything.
Memory and our emails and everything I can find on the internet, and you're doing the same. So that's why I'm saying like, I understand whatever legal battle, that's fine. But
I'm gonna tell you this now to like ease your mind. I don't know if it's bothering you. I don't truly have intention to like sue. Like I've been
So then why are you refusing to show the stuff that you've collected then?
Talking to lawyers, like we have the evidence up, I've been talking to litigators, but like I've been saying from the start, this is like a last resort. Because, and I truly mean this, I don't want to do that to you and your family. I don't want to do it either, but more so than that, like it's not the end of the world if I have to fucking fly to Florida and like do this, like take some time out of my life. Like it'll be annoying, it'll be stressful, but like, because that's where the crime, quote, I mean, we'll say alleged.
That's where the crime
happened. So like the court has to be in Florida because that's where you did it. So like, I don't want to do that. I have no desire to take food out of your kid's mouth. I have no desire to, like, I know that like, your kid is in like speech classes and like that shit's expensive. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're a mother, you're a family. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt your family. Like,
girl, fuck
for me, like the only thing I want is for my name to be cleared, for me to feel like my story is heard, and for this to go away. And like, court is a very, very, very last ditch effort.
She really is a piece of work. She really is a piece of work.
Or last resort that like, I don't want to go there. So like, please, like when I'm talking about this, you're not taking it as a threat of like, I'm gonna take you to court. It's quite literally the last thing that I want to do.
As well. I know court is gonna be the last for everyone. Like nobody wants to go to court.
Yeah.
But you can tell, this is my whole thing. You're free to like tell your, like, for instance, the things that you feel have dragged you down the most is the, you know, people calling you a rape apologist, people, the murdered girl, and like the scam artist. I was hearing the things you were saying. There's like a few main things. And like, if you feel like that's not the truth, they're like, for instance, like in my opinion, if I were you with the rape apologist thing, this is what I.
Oh my God, that's Gabbie writing down notes. Can you hear it? Can you hear Gabbie writing down notes as Jessi talks? Girl, are we in court now?
I would have done. I would have said, this was something that Jessi and I spoke about years ago. She absolutely forgave me for. This is not somebody who I am today in any way, shape, or form. And although you may think that is who I am, it absolutely is not. And I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, you can absolutely like.
But Jessi, once you're like in that position of like being canceled and everybody hating you, and like literally no matter what I say, like I could literally, if I say I'm sorry, people say you're backpedaling. If I don't say anything, then they make up a new lie about exploiting a dead girl. If I cry, I'm playing the victim. If I don't cry, then I'm a sociopath.
God, so you just can't do anything right then, I guess, Gabbie.
No, I know how that could feel that way, and I can totally see it from your perspective of like why it would feel.
Again, it's just so crazy how like Jessi is keeping her cool, number one, and also like being able to validate like a very narcissistic person that she's speaking to just so that the call can progress.
Like, there's nothing you can do or say that is going to be the right thing to do or say. I get that. However, you know, me personally, as just like, I watch a lot of YouTube as well. I've seen a lot of YouTubers do apologies and I'm like, damn, like, you know what? That was really good. Like, that was a great apology. And I'm not saying that you, like, for instance, there's no apology for the rape apologist thing. It's more that one specific. The murder teenager one, obviously you have your reason, and obviously I know what happened after that. So that's like easy to clear up. And then the rape apologist thing, it's like, those were tweets from forever ago. Yes,
Jessi, deadass, I'm not even like swear on everything I own and love and like everything on my life. I didn't even remember 99% of that shit.
I believe you.
So that's why I didn't address it, because I didn't know it existed until that's why I inserted that clip.
But then why allow it to blow up into this?
In my response video, because I filmed the whole video, and then before I posted it, I was like, I really need to dig deep and try to find what people are talking about. Because when I was asking Deanna, like I was literally saying, can you please show me like what you're talking about? Because I wanted to know. Because if there was something there, I wanted to address it. I wanted to apologize for it, but all she kept saying was, I can't find it. It doesn't exist. And then she sent me a Vine. I was like, that's not me. If she would have sent me those tweets, and like it was 6 years ago, I literally didn't remember. If she would have sent me those tweets, I would have been like, yeah, okay, let's talk about it. But instead, it just blew up into this like massive thing where like, you know, like I said something hurtful. Like, I don't know if I've ever actually told you this. I was raped in college, and it fucking sucked. And I thankfully like had friends to tell me, like they were the ones who told me like, Gabbie, that's rape. And then one of my friends, like a guy friend, was falsely accused, and it fucked up his life. And all of a sudden it came out that it was false. And I fucking hated that bitch, because I was like, I was actually raped, and you're like accusing my friend of raping you. So when it came out, like I said that thing about whatever the thousands, I don't remember. I have no idea what it actually said, but it's clear that I said something along those lines. And then somebody responded, and she was like, oh, so thousands of girls, da 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 da. And I deleted it immediately. And I had to jog my memory, because I was like, that's fucked up. Like, I don't like Jessi because she was mean to me on Vine, but for me to discount her experience without that proof is not fair. And then it's gone, you know? So like, I wish I knew about that in my video, because that actual particular screenshot, the ones that I showed in my video, are the only ones that I could find. I asked these two girls who like helped me try to find this shit. I was like, please send me anything that I need to talk about, and that's what they sent me.
Yeah, so, you know,
this is just like, there literally aren't words.
With me, like, in my mind, I was like, this is how we became friends. You know, you apologized to me for these tweets. So in my mind, I was like, there's no way she didn't know that something bad happened in regards to me that day, or like that you contributed negatively to me on that day. So when I saw your video, you know, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. And I want to be upfront. There was no part of me that was going to be like, but your video, you were lying in it or whatever. I know you thought that's how I was coming at you. It really wasn't. It was just like, Gabbie, there's proof. Like you were really, really against me. And I remember, because I remember that day. You don't remember when people, you don't forget when people hurt you. So I remember that day very vividly. And, you know, to be 100% honest, like, this is not something that...
Oof, that hit. You don't forget when people hurt you.
You cannot come back from. If I was in your life today, I would literally say, you are completely capable of bouncing back. And I'm not like, I'm saying this because, number one, remember, I did not put any of your tweets in my video on purpose. I really didn't want people to go looking for the tweets or thinking that those tweets happened. So just know that, like, I didn't say, oh, really? You told Deanna there's no tweets? Here they are. Like, that wasn't my intention. So people went and they found them and they started, you know, making their own timeline and doing everything.
And again, that's not the responsibility of Jessi or Gabbie.
And this is something that you are 100% able to just be like, dude, yeah, I did that. And just what you told me, that, okay, I get that. You know what I mean? The murdered teenager girl, like, you didn't know. That's fine. I understand that. And then the I don't know much about the other ones, to be honest. But you know what I mean? Like,
God, I can hear Gabbie taking more notes.
Like, you can't say or do anything right, but I do, like, listen, this is coming from someone, like I was trying to say earlier, Curtis would tweet me the most heinous shit that, I mean, favorite this if you'll willingly have sex with me to his followers.
I remember.
Just all this shit. And so I had to learn, and this is not me trying to get you to stop talking about me on the internet, so please know that. I'm literally just saying, like, what my lesson was, and it was a hard fucking lesson. It was that I cannot convince someone to like me on a tweet. I cannot convince someone that I'm worthy of their trust or their belief, or that they should absolutely believe me. I can only sit down, I can put out what I want to put out, be careful, like I literally pick and choose what I want to put out and make sure that's what I want it to be, and let people judge me off of that. That's all I can do, and that's the same goes for you.
Well, that comes back to like what this all started with in the first place is this was me attacking drama channels, not
oh my god. And again, 6 years later or whatever, she's still having the same like conversations. They're gonna have her in a nursing home in her final couple of years, and she's gonna be like, the drama channels, and they're gonna be like, yes, Gabbie, let's get you to bed, Gabbie, let's get you to bed, Gabbie. She's like, Dustin Daly, Angelica Holes.
Jessi smiles, because I don't know how much you see. It was drama channels. I don't know how much you see of it, but it is incessant and it is defamatory, and like they will not let me go. My uncle literally just like I've collected all of the videos and titles because that's like a whole other fucking case, but like it's obsessive to
It's crazy how many cases that she has on the go.
The point of like literally
that we never saw any of them go anywhere.
I showed,
and she's still threatening it to this day.
A picture of a girl in a t-shirt and I said, I like your shirt. And the story was I exploited a murdered girl. So when they're making these videos saying, I'm a monster, I'm a rape apologist, and also like Alex James, like we don't even need to fucking get into that, but like him throwing that chaos and fuel on the fire. Like that, you know what I mean? Like that whole situation too of like, okay, why is this happening to me? And Alex James is like a part of this, knowing that he fully like,
again, it's just this self-victimization. Why me? Why me? Why me?
Gave a thing to the DA against you and for Curtis, and that he actually lived with and collaborated with Curtis. Like, it was just the most like ass backwards thing I'd ever experienced. And that was where like you put out your video, that was one thing. For Alex to pile on, and then like for Jen to pile on, and then for like the three of you guys to be interacting on Twitter.
Gabbie, sometimes you do things that need to be called out.
And like talking about it and like celebrating it. It was like
I really, listen, I've already said in this conversation, I can acknowledge, like, I take responsibility for the shit that I do, and I really do not condone bullying you or anything that you've seen that's not on my page.
I can't believe how much Jessi has apologized on this call.
That is something that is not in good taste. I don't condone that, and I definitely don't participate in that. And I, as far as, like, after my video went out, like I said, I was fucked up mentally. I was completely like, oh my god, my anxiety was all over the place. I didn't post for a long time. It was a shitty time. And then right before Christmas, my video made Curtis put out a statement. I don't know if you knew that.
I saw it, yeah.
So that was horrendous for me. That was a traumatic thing in itself. So I have struggled with, like, when I saw your video, it did make sense to me. I'm like, that's fine. She wants to respond because you could, in my eyes, you could have responded whenever you wanted. Like, that was not a problem for me. Everyone
again, it's crazy just how generous Jessi is compared to Gabbie.
Else doing things, you'd be surprised how little anyone runs anything by me. I'm like you'd really be surprised. And yeah, that's a separate conversation I think you need to have with people. Drama channels in general, I can understand where you're coming from with that. The issue with me, with what's been happening in the past week, that's why I texted you and I was like, I was hoping we could speak, is because I saw you bringing, like, you were talking about drama channels for sure, but then it was me. And then it was like, oh, there was a planned attack, and then it started coming in with, oh, T-Spill would be responsible because I told her that I was mentally abused and blackmailed. And I was like, whoa, what did you just say? So then I started being brought into it where it wasn't about drama channels anymore. So this past week, I've just been completely like, what the fuck do I do? Like, I've just not known how to handle it. So today with the podcast, it was the last straw. And I was like, I just need to put forth the evidence that I didn't lie. And that literally anybody who said my side of the story, as far as like, I didn't hear drama channels calling you a rape apologist, but I don't doubt that some did, because there's some of them that are not very great, researchers.
I mean, that's like constant. Like, they've almost all.
Oh my god, again, all we have heard so far has been how she has been done wrong.
At some point or another, called me a rape apologist and said that I left my best friend for her rapist. And like, that is the narrative that's been told. And I'm sure you can understand like how that can affect your life and your work and your relationships and your family. And it's really ruined my life. Like, I damn near killed myself. Like, what do you do in that case where it's like people, like the worst thing that you can get called besides a rapist or a pedophile is a rape apologist. Like, people put you in the same category.
Oh my god. If you had told me on this call one of the women would have cried, I wouldn't have thought it would be Gabbie.
And it's like everybody
shouldn't. No, they shouldn't.
But they do, unfortunately. And it's like, no, it's not your responsibility to like control your fans. I'd never say that. But like, it felt like when you were like,
it's not her responsibility to control her fans, yet you're in DMs with her fans leaking your text with her.
Liking these tweets by Jen, or like liking Dana's tweets, or like,
I don't like any heinous
Who
things
cares? Who cares? Who cares? Jesus.
And like, if Jen put something mean about you, I would never like it. Like, I really just don't. I don't engage with her when she's talking about something really mean to you. I don't. I like Jen's tweets sometimes because, you know, I still have her in my life, but I do not engage with her in anything like really mean that she says about you.
So what do you want? Like, where do you think that this needs to go from here? Like, in a perfect situation where we both feel good and vindicated, what does that look like?
Oh my God.
That's $1 million question. I don't know. I feel I guess, obviously, like, I think as of right now, it doesn't feel great, the battle that's going on, like, on Twitter and stuff. That all is not very fun. I don't know. Do you have any suggestions? I really don't know.
I mean, what I feel like I would need, I already know that.
Oh my God, I had to, like, hold that one. I had to hold, like, erupting there. What you need?
You're not going to be, like, down with, but, like, maybe I can present to you what we would try to settle for outside of court without going to trial, and then...
Girl, shut the fuck up. Are you suing or are you not suing?
Maybe we can find something from there. Because, again, like, I don't want to deal with any of that.
Oh,
so
my
maybe,
God.
You mean, like, money?
No. Like, my goal was I never wanted money. Like, I didn't want to sue for money. Like,
Gotcha.
if there was something where the lawyer said, well, we literally have to, then it was going to all be donated to rape survivors and domestic violence survivors. Like, it's not a money thing.
Yeah, petty lawsuit to raise money for R-word survivors. Really good one there, Gabbie.
Gotcha.
What I was going to go for is deleting the video, obviously. A public statement that's, like, basically a retraction and apology for a lot of it. Because, like, even though you didn't make it lead to this and this and this, like, those were really emotionally charged. And in some spots, very defamatory statements. And, like, realistically, that video just shouldn't have happened. I think that we can both agree.
Well, you already said that you wouldn't sue her for defamation. You would sue her for, like, torturous something. No.
Like, that's not the way to handle an interpersonal conflict with somebody that you don't like. Like, to do that. Like, we're in our 20s. I'm almost fucking 30. And just never speak about me again. Like, that's all I want.
Torturous
is, like, this part of it to
interference.
go away. And I appreciated when you said in your voice, in your notes, like, I didn't start this rumor, because that has helped. Like, people saying, like, even Jessi says that, like, this didn't happen and da-da-da. Like, that's been great.
Yeah, I mean, of course. And I also, you know, I want to say really quick.
Why is all of this what Gabbie needs?
The reason why people are saying that you collabed or you defended your best friend's rapist is because the timeline is so weirdly close. And because I didn't include all of these tweets, people started, like, really drawing their own conclusions. They started saying, oh, they were friends at this time. Oh, Gabbie.
And again, that is just having your life online.
And I didn't want that. I just didn't, like...
But you also didn't dispel it. You know what I mean?
Gabbie, that is not her responsibility, and you know it. You know that is not her responsibility. Shut up.
The only way to dispel it, though, is to show all your tweets. So that would have been, like...
I don't think so. I think it could have been really easily done with a, like, hey, guys, like, Gabbie didn't leave me for my rapist. Like, I didn't meet Gabbie.
Why the fuck does she have to make that statement? Why did you put her in that position in the first place?
Till 8 months after the article dropped, or whatever it was. Like, it was the...
I did say you've never, like, in my video, I said I have never in my life said that you collabed with Curtis, and somehow it's still kind of stuck. People didn't really hear me say that. I said that in my video.
Because it's because at that point the rumor had just, like, perpetuated so much.
Okay, so then there's nothing that Jessi can do then. So what the fuck are you asking? You just said you wanted her to dispel it. She just said she did, and then you went, well, it's such a big thing now, no one would believe it. So what do you want? What do you want, Gabbie? What do you want?
To the point where, like, on TikTok, I don't even think people know that they're talking about you. They're just saying, didn't this girl, like, defend her friend's rapist, or, like, leave her friend for her rapist? And, like, that's the story.
Yeah.
So, like...
But then, I guess for me, like, on my side, it really quickly turned into, instead of you just saying that and being like, no, I didn't collab with my best friend's rapist. I didn't defend my best friend's rapist. I wasn't her best friend at the time. You just said, I never defended a rapist. So that's when my pain started coming in, and my hurt over what you were doing started coming in. And I just started feeling like, yes, you did.
Yeah, because that deleted tweet, I literally didn't remember until, and I would have put it in the video, but, like, that's the thing about, like, no, I mean the one that was, like, deleted, not the Beware of a Girl with a Broken Heart one, the one about the thousands of women, like that one. Like, I would have 100% shown that.
Yeah, there was even a person who, I don't know what, you had one deleted tweet, but there was a person that I have your previous interactions. He was, like, I guess a random Twitter person you knew, and he responded to you on that day and said, oh yeah, the prequel to Sleeping Beauty. Like, I was raped in my sleep. You know what I mean? Like, this was shit that was fucked up, and then we spoke about it, and I totally apologized. Like, I mean, you apologized, and I said, sure, and then we moved on. But I guess my pain and my trauma was brought up in this situation because you were saying, this never happened, and anyone who says it does is liable for defamation.
But that's just, like, the shitty thing about, like, dealing with stuff especially from 6 years ago.
Girl, why is it all about what you're dealing with? No one cares. Fucking 6 years after this, she's still on it, trying to get people to care about her side. It's not about you.
Publicly, because on my end, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I don't remember this tweet that was 6 years ago that I deleted, because like I didn't go back later in life and like search that day and delete tweets. Like if that's what I was doing, I would have deleted all of them. The ones about the TMZ, the popcorn.
No, I believe that.
So like that's why I didn't. Yeah. Go ahead.
I think you deleted them close to the situation for sure. Or even if when we became friends or whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, I know you didn't delete them, like, trying to hide them now. What I'm saying is that, you know, in your video, when you're saying this was a complete, like, misconception and I don't, you know, that this was just a song lyric, that was painful for me. And then on top of that being painful for me, I really did just want to talk to you privately. And then this whole thing that's happening, I know it started about drama channels, but I very much became a part of it. And I didn't even engage in it at all. I just kind of let you go through it because I do see you're going through a lot. And I'm not happy about that. And I don't want to make it worse for you. However, it's painful for me too, being brought into it and being like, Jessi's abusive and Jessi this and that. I mean, like, on top of the fact that you're denying that I've never been a rape apologist, this is just ridiculous. This is a false narrative from a toxic ex-best friend. And I'm like, oh shit, this is painful to hear, you know? So I know you didn't know about it then, but you do now. And that's really it. I think that, like I said, I don't feel comfortable being honest, like sitting down and just being like, I didn't mean anything I said, because if I'm being honest, like, I don't, like, I did a basic table reading of your DMs. You know what I mean? Like, I tried to add as little of commentary and my own personal stuff as I could, even though obviously I did. But
like, you did include the thing that you knew would bury me. Like, saying this thing, which
So why did you say it then?
I think that we do need to talk about that. Saying that I said his friends didn't rape you, and I still maintain I don't remember that. And like, I can prove that it was a FaceTime call. And the only situation that I could imagine something like that coming out of my mouth is because like I hung out with someone and I felt like my relationships had been controlled for so long that like I snapped. And that's what I said to Abby, because I was like, well, why?
So then you're guilty.
Would I ever say something
relationships?
like what you did? And like when you called, I don't want to put their names in it.
The girl you used to live with?
No. The girl who was like the friends with Justin Bieber thing, like sabotaging that friendship. And then I was getting...
The fact that this has been edited as well means that Gabbie watched this back. This blurring out names means that she went back and edited this. She went back and edited it and decided, people need to see this.
Calls while I was at BuzzFeed saying like, Jessi just called me screaming that I can't be your friend. And then like the stuff with Jen where like Jen wanted to be my friend and then you wouldn't talk to her because she wanted to be my friend. And it's like...
Well, that was a different situation. You and Jen, and here's the thing with you and Jen too, really quick. You and Jen obviously started hating each other way before me. Like, me and you were still close. I was stuck between having two people I cared about, you know, hating each other. So that was a shitty situation. And you and Jen have your own history. And that's why you guys feel whatever way you feel about each other. In that time, you know, Jen, after hating you, started like being your friend, and then you would reach out to her whenever you thought I was talking about you in a video, and that bothered me. And so I would tell Jen,
like how close tabs was Gabbie keeping on everyone who she's ever been in? Like, just cut people off.
Why are you leaving that line of communication open for her to just come to you and be like, was that video about me? Like, I didn't like that. You know, I thought that was weird. I didn't feel comfortable with that. So that's the start of that. And then, you know, there's a bunch of shit after that. I don't even know how to keep track of the situation with you and Jen. However, I don't remember this girl that you're talking about. I really don't even.
That was the catalyst of the end of our friendship, because that was literally the day you told me you didn't want to be friends anymore. It was because who actually ended up becoming Curtis's assistant. I don't remember if she was at the time. She actually reminded me recently of that. Like last week, she was like, well, yeah, I was Curtis's assistant. And I honestly, that might be the fucking situation. Like, this might be the aha moment of what we're talking about is...
What?
Who was my friend who I had told you about. I was like, yeah, there's this girl, you know, that girl that Justin Bieber posted on her Instagram, or on his Instagram. We've been hanging out a lot. And something about... just talking about how she was like something with Justin Bieber. And I was like, we go on hike. She's like, tight, whatever. And
she released this during her series that she posted on YouTube, I think.
And like a day later,
I fully believe Gabbie had full intention of posting this from the start. Well, she's speaking to an audience here, which is why she keeps speaking over Jessi.
A couple days later, she called me super upset, and she was like, you told Jessi that you only wanted to be my friend because of Justin Bieber? And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, she like told this person, and then they told me. And I was like, why would she say that? So then I called you to ask you about it. I don't know, but the conversation went, I asked you about it, you said no. And then
we're speaking in fucking like hypothetical here.
And you said, well, I only said it to, and then I said, well, why would you say, and then you said something about, and then I was like,
oh
okay,
my God, this is so exhausting, Gabbie.
Or is it just, did you not say it? And it turned out to be like this car full of people with,
this is unbelievable.
And somebody else that you said like I was using her to get to Justin Bieber, and then that like fucked up our friendship, and I asked you about it. And then once I like asked you about it, you were like, you know what, Gabbie, I know that you don't need to use me anymore because you're friends with Jenna Marbles now and she has more followers than me and she can give you more popularity, but like, don't worry, like I'm not taking it personally, like we're just not friends anymore, sorry. And
Gabbie's name dropping here so that it looks impressive when this gets uploaded on YouTube, but if anything, it's making her look so pathetic.
I was like, holy shit.
The way I remember it is I went to Oprah's Life You Want weekend, and I had the best week of my life. That was when I had a complete enlightening moment with my own sexual assault, and I completely had so much healing in my brain. And I was sitting on my bed and texting you and just being like, hey, I just don't think this friendship makes sense, because I had reevaluated everything. Maybe something happened around that time, but I remember why I texted you that you actually got upset at me.
Good for
said it was
her.
for no reason.
Well, it was a phone call. It was a phone call, and I was like, I remember it so vividly.
Gabbie, shut up and let her talk.
I was like on the corner of the street where Alex used to live, and I remember like crying on the corner because you were like, I don't want to be your friend anymore, because like I get it, like you're friends with Jenna, she has more followers, and I was like, where is this coming from?
I would never say that sentence, Gabbie.
But like,
again, her throwing Jenna marbles in here, just knowing that the audience really likes Jenna, is really weird and manipulative.
Sometimes you say things and I'm like, girl, that's not me.
Yeah, but then it's like I say these things and then you just like invalidate my experience, but like I'm literally
because girl, you sound like you're making shit up on the fly. You really do.
Like sobbing, like saying like Jessi literally ended our. But you did say that, Jessi. Like,
like for instance, like in the email.
How the fuck can she tell Jessi that she said things whenever Gabbie is saying that Jessi said things and Jessi is literally asking for the proof?
Remember when you told me that my brother pulled you to the side and said like, yeah, we should probably like.
He did.
No, he didn't, Gabbie.
You weren't there. How would you possibly know that? You weren't there.
Because the one person in this entire universe you can't tell me said that is my brother. He's
then,
like my twin.
Then that's one of those things where it's like, I don't know what to tell you.
And he says that absolutely never happened. But besides that, that's why I'm saying that doesn't sound like...
Again, whenever someone is disproving what she says, she's like, well, I guess we're just not going to see eye to eye on it. So then none of your points are valid either.
Like, that's not something I would ever say, like, oh, I get it. Jenna Marbles has more followers. I've always been a person, like, maybe in the beginning of my Vine days, I had my diva days where I was like, ooh, 1 million followers, this and that. But very quickly after what happened with Curtis, I realized that it doesn't matter how many followers I have. It doesn't mean people like me. And it certainly doesn't mean that I'm happy. So very quickly after everything happened with Curtis, I gained perspective on that. And I'm not saying that, like, I don't give a shit about, like, oh, if I get 1 view on my channel, I'll be like, oh, damn, what the fuck, 1 view. But it's really not something that's ever been that important to me after Vine, because Vine ruined that perception for me. So that's why I know that that's not a sentence I would say, because I don't care.
But Jessi, it's like, this is part of the thing that's, like, so frustrating is I know you don't believe me, but the reason I did not move in with you after we had plans, like we literally planned to get a 3-bedroom apartment together, and the reason that didn't happen is because when you left, sat me down and he said those exact words to me, and then I got in the shower and I sobbed because I was like, where the fuck am I gonna live? He just told me that I can't move in because if Jessi does this thing, then he literally said she has a history of
She literally just sounds like she's making this up on the fly, by the way.
Dropping people out of for no reason. And then he's like, I hope that doesn't happen to you. And of course, he's like not shit talking you at all. Like he's very like, you know, it's not that she's trying to.
Gabbie, so what is it? Like she doesn't even know what the fuck she's talking about.
It's just like once she makes a decision on something, that's it. And if that happens when you live here, that's going to be really bad. And like, I don't think that that's a point that we can that's really worth us arguing, because it's obviously something we're never going to see eye to eye on.
This is so exhausting. We're never going to see eye to eye on it. Then why are you bringing it up? Then why are you trying to argue it?
But like those types of things, when you're saying like that didn't happen, like that's, I'm sorry, but like it's gaslighting.
Me and improv.
Because like you weren't there to see it or hear it. And I know for a fact that is why I did not live with you after we had plans and I wasn't looking for an apartment. Like I was dead set on living with you guys. Why? Okay, actually, this is a great question because it might help us meet.
Oh, we're doing quizzes now?
Somewhere and like find some clarification. Why do you think I didn't move in with you?
That's I know one of the main reasons. You were being persistent about the amount of money you wanted to pay for your room, and you said that it wasn't fair that I was paying less, even though I was paying for me. And it was for your bedroom, and you were like, no, that's not fair because that's not split equal, and that was like a big issue. Like you were like strong on like what you wanted to pay on, and that was one of the main things.
Do you think that there's any possibility?
Ooh, clocked her ass.
That maybe you guys had decided that you didn't want me there and that you had to like, okay, well, we need to tell her something.
Oh my God, Gabbie. You are making yourself a victim in a situation that's choosing the biggest bedroom.
Because we're not just going to tell her we don't want her to live with us. And like, that was just the thing that was said to get me to not live with you guys.
Literally, Gabbie will say something, Jessi will disprove it, and then Gabbie will be like, but can you see why I did what you said?
Because it was said, like, okay. For sure.
If I'm being honest, and I don't want to, like, this is just something like I never really wanted to bring up to you because it's like, for what, to make you feel bad, like, or whatever. That was how it felt. So if like,
I believe.
Yeah. So that was how it felt. He just was like, I don't think it's a great idea. And then I said, I cannot talk to Gabbie about it. There's just no way I can't do it. And he said, okay, I'll do it. So I remember he spoke to you. I just don't believe he would be like, oh, she cuts people off and does all that. However, I know he spoke to you, and it was, I kind of told him to do it because I didn't want, you and I were so close at the time that I was like, I don't want to tell her no. You know what I mean? Like, I just didn't feel...
Well, I mean, that is what he told me. He said it's because you have a tendency to cut people out with no reason, and if it happened while I was living there, that it would get really ugly, and it'd be, like, really hard with the lease, and maybe...
No, she's just adding to the story now.
It was just something that he said to, get me out of the apartment, and that's fair, but, like, that is still... you know, what happened, and
Yeah,
it
but we were
hurt.
still friends after that for a long time.
But we didn't hang out though for so long, and like my timeline of things is like,
Oh my
I
God.
got kicked out of the apartment, and I went and found my apartment, and then I kept trying to hang out with you, and I was like texting you like,
Kicked out of the apartment. I thought you didn't want to be there.
can we hang out? Can we hang out? And then you would either not answer
You're not kicked out of the apartment? I thought you chose to walk away from the apartment.
me or say you were busy. And I'm not, this is the perception that I had, especially with what you told me on the phone. Like I would go to Jenna's house and then we would Snapchat, and then like 20 minutes after I posted a Snapchat with Jenna, I would get a text from you being like, hey, where you at? I want to hang out. And I'd be like, oh, sorry, like I can't hang out. And then I think that's what led you to say on the phone, like, I get it, you're friends with Jenna now, like she has more followers and it's like way cooler to be friends with her.
The concept of Jenna Marbles and Gabbie Hanna hanging out. Damn, Jenna was just cool with anyone. Jenna get gay off that tequila with everybody.
Because like maybe to you, you felt like...
I believe that I could have said, I get it, you're friends with Jenna now. I don't believe that I would say she has more followers than me, because I've never looked at friendships like that, ever in my life. I've never looked at, I mean, you know this, when, you know, and now, like, everybody's like, oh, you're using Gabbie, you're this and that. Like, we know our history when you were in an airbend, and, like, we were all, like,
Yeah.
chilling, and the followers didn't matter. Like, you knew that. So I'm not, I actually, like, despise talking about followers and money now more than ever. But, like, even back then, like I said, after Vine, I hated that bullshit. So I believe I could have said, like, now we're just talking about like what we could believe we would have said, which is kind of pointless, but whatever.
No, I think it's not pointless. I think it's good.
I think this is pointless, Gabbie.
Because like I also think that there's a chance, and like maybe try to humor this idea that like
Try to humor this idea.
when I'm getting upset on the phone because you're saying like, well, you're friends with Jenna now, that like you get angry and it leads to a conversation of like, well, you already used me and like she has more followers now. And this is just my perception of things that happened, but it felt like you loved hanging out with me and being my friend. And then as soon as I started like picking up traction and you had stopped posting because of all the hate, it felt like that
Everything is just so self-absorbed.
was when it started to take a turn, was when like I started growing.
I think, no, Gabbie, I mean, that's never been an issue for me ever. Like, I don't mind having people, I've always been friends with people who have way more followers than me and way less followers than me. It's not something, and you know, all in all, you should know, I mean, I'm the one who wanted you to start a YouTube channel. I taught you how to edit. Like, I wanted to.
I know, yeah.
There's no realm in reality that I would ever not have wanted that for you. So, like, literally,
Clocked.
it's just, yeah, no, not.
But then it also was like people like telling me how you told them, and like they were sending me like screenshots and stuff of saying how like I used you and how like I forced you to collab.
No, I will say, when our friendship ended and how everything got ugly, there could have definitely been points where I felt used. Now,
Yeah, and that seems absolutely valid.
do I still feel that way now? Maybe. No, I don't. Like, looking back, I'm like, I think everything just happened the way it happened. But when I was angry,
And she has every right, by the way.
I'm not going to say that I never felt used by you, because, you know, we always Vine together. I you know, would buy you everything, and you would be like, no, Jessi, don't do that. Like, I wanted, like, literally, sometimes I felt used, but I don't feel that way now. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I definitely believe that I would have said to someone at some point that I did feel used.
And I'm glad you brought that up too, because that was one thing that like bothered me too. Is
Gabbie, you brought it up.
it's like you were telling people that like she made me pay for everything and like made me buy her drinks, and I was just like, and like that
would
hurt my
never.
feelings because.
I
But do you
love
think
to
it's
be the
possible that like in the moment, like when you're angry and like shit's going down,
Well, you're literally putting words in her mouth, and then she's saying no, and you're like, well, do you think that there's a world in which you could have said that? And then you wait for her to be like, maybe, and then you're like, I got you, there's proof.
that like
No,
you
I
said
think
those
that
things?
Oh my God.
No, I think in the moment, if like, I don't know, if I'm like explaining the story, and I'm like, I'm trying to think of if I was the most upset I've ever been, that I could be like, explaining everything, like I taught her how to edit, I did this, and saying it in an angry way, I would do that. But like paying for things, I love paying for things for everyone. It's like my favorite thing to do in life. So like I would never, and I'm never a person that's like guilting someone into like, oh, you should have appreciated that. Really not. So the paying for things and all that shit, I would have never said you made me pay for anything, especially because you were not, like, you were at a point where, like, I don't know, like, I had no problem doing it. Like, you were my friend. I do that for all my friends. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just
You can't argue with crazy.
not something I would have ever said. As far as, like, the editing thing and all that stuff, maybe angrily I could have said that once
And she has every right, and I would agree with her.
upon a time, but I honestly, I can't pull out one specific time from my memory.
Yeah, it just seemed like this thing that kept getting back to me like over and over is like I did so much for
Gabbie, maybe it's the people you're surrounding yourself with.
Gabbie, and like she like used me for views and she forced me to collab, and like that hurt me because I remember like when I moved in with you to be so careful to not ever make you feel used. So like when you asked me, or I asked you, I think, to be on my channel first, and I remember being like, but like please don't feel
Literally just admitting to listening to rumors. Well, I guess it worked with the Trisha herpes.
pressure to do it, but I just think it'd be fun because this thing happened with the massage, and I think it'd be like really funny because you were there to be a part of it, because that was our first story time together. And they're like, oh my god, no, like I really want to, and I want you to be on my channel too. And then like
Gabbie literally doesn't stop for breath. It's impressive. She's been going for 1 hour, 48 minutes. I don't think there's been one pause.
any collab we did, it was always like, but then I'm getting these like messages though being like saying that I used you and that I like forced you to collab and like put you in uncomfortable situations.
One thing I want to say for sure, and that there's no doubt in my mind, is why I have 2 internet friends and I've known them forever at
I know Jessi got off this call and went like this.
this point, is that the culture of Vine was extremely toxic as far as drama came. So, like I said in the beginning, you were hearing things about me and I was hearing things about you. And I do think that contributed to some extent to our animosity towards each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like I never just went around saying, oh my God, Gabbie, that girl used me, because it's not what I believed, like ever. Like I said, in my most upset, I could be like, wow, I taught her how to edit. That's not nice that she did this. Or like, not saying it like that. Who talks like that? But you know what I mean? So yeah, I think that world was extremely toxic and that we were always hearing what the other person said. That I can definitely agree on.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why Jessi's in the wrong for that, but Gabbie's not in the wrong for that. Like,
Okay, so now we're just back to like, where do we go from here? Because
she is pissing me the fuck off. How the fuck did Jessi handle herself here? Like, she is a better person than me, and I didn't even go through what she went through. Like, I'm not even the one being disrespected here.
we're obviously in a nasty situation, and like, just to be frank, because like this is like my life and like my career, like this is something that I can't stop talking about if there's not something to put it to rest. Like for the rest of my life, I have to say like,
and rest of her life she will talk about Jessi Smiles. We're seeing it within the last couple weeks.
no, I'm not a rape apologist. This was the actual situation. It came
God.
from 6 years of this and this and this, and like this part was a lie and this part was a lie, and I never tried to control her relationships. I never tried to do this, and she used this video but like edited out the beginning, and like I don't know what the answer is except to like keep defending myself. And to me, like straight up, the only answer that I can see is if the
Keep defending yourself, but never once an apology. Maybe start there, girl.
video's deleted, some type of statement that like we both agree
The fact she's demanding for Jessi to delete her videos and make a statement. For what? You started this. That's not her responsibility.
on goes out, and like that's it. But like other than that, I just don't know the answer other than to like keep going back and forth. Where I was like, okay, let me tell my side of the story, and that's like you having
This
to tell
is not your story.
yours. And obviously, nobody fucking wants to do this. Nobody's having a good time.
Gabbie, it sounds like you fucking enjoy it. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. Can you give me 1 second?
Yeah.
Okay, hello?
Yes.
Okay. So, I mean, here's how I feel. I do not have a problem with both of us taking our videos down. That, for sure, I think is a possibility that we can both come to. And I do think that, everyone's tired of it. I definitely do not want to I don't want to keep going with this. And I will also say, having my rape brought up, even though I know you're thinking, oh, it's just me saying I'm not a rape apologist, but that, believe me, I hear you. I get what you're saying, that you're like, fuck, this is something people are going to always...
Again, it's unfortunate how much Jessi is like feeling the need to have to extend that arm.
Think of me. So I do think that there's some thinking that can be done as far as how we can go about it.
I disagree that Jessi has to do anything or any less than what she's doing right now. It's just that Gabbie is like very difficult to work with. Like, how do you deal with someone like this?
Like I said, the tweets are out there now. People have screenshotted this shit. Everyone has them. So it's not like people are just gonna be like, okay, let's just drop it. You know what I mean?
But I actually think that they would if you were to say something.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Jessi just said that she would meet you in the middle if you also deleted your videos. Why is Jessi the one who's having to clean this up?
About it, and like it's just again one of those things where like they're out there because of this video, and like people will continue to fuck up the timeline. People will continue to hold me to something that happened before we met.
You know what I mean?
Hold you to something?
I mean, I definitely can listen. If I can definitely clear up the timeline. These tweets happened before we were. I mean, it says it in the actual screenshot.
Yeah,
itself.
Tomatoes in chat for Gabbie, please. I mean, fill that shit up. Jesus Christ.
I have no problem with saying Gabbie was not my friend, and then I forgave her for this months later. But they're there because they were written by you. You know what I mean? That's how people are going to see it. They're going to be like, and it is the reality. You wrote the tweets, and so people are now seeing everything, and they're like, wait, but Gabbie said this in her video. That's a lie, this and that. So now it started, now it's all a mess. And
Gabbie, clock that.
part of it, I don't know what the best way to go about that is, because people can draw from the things you said that day that you were, engaging in rape apologist behavior. I do not believe you to be a rape apologist today. I will say that much. That I can agree with you on 100%. But people drew their conclusions because they went and looked for the tweets.
But that
And again, is not up to Jessi to make people's minds up.
never would have happened if you wouldn't have made a video saying
Girl, shut up. Like, this is so crazy. You are not the victim here.
like super emotionally charged stuff that like
It wasn't. To me, I was just reading the messages, which had a lot of really, really insanely personal things.
No,
in
I'm
them.
Also, to say emotionally charged was how Jessi's been handling this in her video is such a slap in the face.
talking about the like insisting, for example, that it wasn't a FaceTime call when it absolutely was. It was like there's you know what I mean? Like I've like, please don't take this the wrong way, like Curtis can confirm that. But so can the person
Oh my God. You're saying that the person who R-worded her, oh, well, he can back up your story too? Are you serious?
Person who gave him my number.
I really take his word for it, so that's good.
No, but that's what I'm
That's so crazy.
saying. Like,
Oh my God. Gabbie literally just said to Jessi, basically, like, take his word for it.
that's like he can also confirm that story.
Who? Gabbie.
Also,
yeah, he
so
also
could the
said he
person.
didn't rape me, Gabbie, so it doesn't matter what he said.
Yeah, but like the person who gave him the phone number and
Oh my God. She is so disgusting. This is so disturbing. This is so disturbing.
my roommate who was there. Like there are people there who were.
I say in my video that you told me.
But I didn't, Jessi.
Okay.
And we have those messages too of because we were messaging while I was at
my
BuzzFeed. We
God.
weren't on the phone. We were like messaging, and I told you Curtis FaceTimed me. Like it's in writing.
So then you should have the Curtis's friends didn't rape you text.
I didn't say it, but that's what I was saying about the
Why are you laughing, girl? Why are you laughing?
thing. Is that's why I'm wondering if that's where that was said. Because whenever we were talking about.
That's the thing is that when things hurt you, you don't forget them. Just like I remembered these tweets and you forgot them. I was literally on an escalator on my way up to Target when I used to live downtown when you said it to me.
So then you're talking about a phone call then. So then that's a literally completely different situation that I think you're conflating
Oh my
with this
God.
one.
We were on the phone and then we hung up and started texting. It was both. That's what I'm trying to say. Literally, I mean, I know you said it. I would have never in my life said that you did if you did not. I've been accused of falsely accusing people of things my entire life, and you yourself said I can't in good conscience say I didn't say that.
Jessi, why in the conversation where I was telling you that I talked to Curtis, why would I say his friends didn't rape you? Like what situation would that say? Like what
I explained
context?
it in the video. This is how you explained it to me, okay? That you were hanging out with, his group of friends who is all those people that are just, they were bikers. You didn't plan for Curtis to come. Curtis showed up to where you were and then pulled you to the side and either told you or you were pulled to the side and he was on FaceTime. One or the other.
Jessi, those are three different stories. And I think that's where the confusion is happening. So please just hear me out for a second because those are three different situations that you're talking about. The first one is he FaceTimed me right after our first fight because I genuinely dead ass do not know how people knew about it. I assumed that you were telling people about it.
To him?
I didn't have the number saved. And then I answered it because I was still I was like nobody. So like if somebody's FaceTiming me, I'm like, oh, like I must know you. So I answered it and it was him. And he said, I got your number from this person who I don't want to say
really
right now.
don't think that you would pick up a random number FaceTiming you. I'm sorry. I'm calling bullshit on that. I don't even pick up phone calls of people that I don't have the number saved. A FaceTime call? Oh, you're just bullshitting. You are just bullshitting.
Now because like that is the last person that wants to be involved in this shit. So I answered the call and then it was such a short phone call where he said, I just wanted to call you to apologize. And
you were talking
it clearly
to him.
wasn't the actual intention of the phone call. He said, I wanted to call you to apologize for being rude to you in the past in public events. And I genuinely never thought that he was rude to me. Like I've never spoken to him. I was like, what are you talking about? He said, just like giving you dirty looks, like not being like cool to you. And I was like, it doesn't matter. And he was like, yeah, like I heard that you guys had a falling out. So I figured it'd be a good time. Like, sorry, it's just like obviously like I don't want to
so
be close to people who are close
disgusting
to
that
her.
she's
So I
admitting
said,
to
yeah,
this
I mean, that
call.
makes sense. Why would you? So then he said, do you mind if I tell you the story of that night? And I said, I mean, yeah, that's fine. Like I've heard her side. You can tell me yours. So he told me the exact same story. Like literally your stories match up.
I didn't even know that he told you the story of the night I was raped. I never knew that.
Yeah. So he told me the story. And then I told him, well, she's not lying.
Why would you listen to him? Why would you listen to him?
Because
like,
honestly, Jessi,
like,
I was getting ready to defend you. Like I was literally about to say, actually.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Gabbie literally just said that she was going to hear his side of the story.
That's not what happened.
Just say, no, sir, thanks. Like, fuck you. Like, even though she's not my friend, I don't want to hear
No,
it.
Jessi, I was literally, I deadass was waiting for him to lie. And like when I was waiting, because I wanted,
fuck him.
Jessi, I wanted to fight for you to him, like deadass.
Like, literally, fuck him.
I agree. Fuck him. I agree. But like when he said that, I literally wanted to catch him in his lie. So then he told me his story. He told me his story, and I told him, well, Curtis, that is literally the story that Jessi tells. And at the end of the day, she was asleep. Like, that is what I said to him. And then he was like, well, yeah.
Excuse me, I need to call you back. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'll call you back.
that's fine.
Okay, bye. Hi, yeah, it honestly,
Oh
I never
my
knew that. I don't know.
God.
That just took me by surprise, so,
I'm honestly
yeah, I don't,
shocked by that, because, like, the messages, like,
You're shocked by that? Jessi just said, I'm so sorry, I was so shocked by that. And Gabbie says, I'm shocked that you were shocked by that. Are you fucking out of your mind, woman? Are you out of your fucking mind? Also, we have hit the 2-hour mark, which means we have 1 hour left, which we're in the end of the call. But I still can't believe that there's an hour left. Also, why is this a topic that Gabbie would want to continue bringing up to this day? I'm just like blowing my mind.
I'm sorry. I can't talk about it because then I'm gonna just go back into it. So if we can just
totally.
move on from that topic.
Yeah, it's just that was always kind of part of it. That was in the notes that I posted on Twitter too. I was just shocked that you didn't know about that, because that was one part I never really was secretive about. But I don't want you to. I mean, I'm so sorry that you're upset about that. Obviously, that's not I don't want you to be upset about that.
Yeah.
And laughing at the same time. I don't want to get you to get upset. You're evil. You really are evil. Really, really, really are evil.
So I think it's just worth kind of coming to a conclusion here.
Yeah.
I think, like I said, I'm willing to, delete my video. I'm willing to delete any tweets in regards to this situation, anything that might, add fuel to the fire. I think that if you delete your video as well, obviously there's a lot more than just your video. There's the podcast and the live streams, which is hard.
Dude, this is just so inappropriate. The level of disrespect and just evil from Gabbie is unfucking believable.
Because you're talking about other topics, but I'm in there, and so that's something that's adding a lot of fuel to people coming over and being Jessi, you bully, how could you do this to Gabbie? And just, anything really that...
So inappropriate.
I feel what's happening right now, and like I said, I know that you're feeling you're finally defending yourself too.
And also, maybe there's an aspect of Gabbie turning to God because she feels so guilty of how she's acted. But I don't believe that, considering she still fucking harasses Jessi to this fucking day.
Involved, right? Drama channels and all that stuff. And I'm not telling you to stop that fight. I just, when the term, when the whole rape apologist thing comes and it's so casually, I'm not a rape apologist, never was. That was a malicious rumor that was started to ruin my career. Then it does affect me. So that's something that I think if we just get rid of, along with my video, along with whatever, and we can come to some sort of mutual statement of hey, we've resolved this, and we're just not gonna...
It's breaking my heart that Jessi, crying on this call, is saying we can just publicly say we've came to a conclusion together. Gabbie is so evil.
Talk about it ever again, not in a Q&A, not in a...
But I have to be honest though, this is something, Jessi, that's going to follow me for the rest of my life. And
shut the fuck up! Oh my god. Oh my god. This is worse than I could have ever imagined.
Every time it comes up, I have to dispel it.
Sure.
And I have to talk about it.
That's the thing, about the rape apologist thing, there's no dispelling it. People are getting it from facts. So I think the best thing that you should do, and I'm behind you 100%, is just acknowledging like you told me, you did what you did that day for a reason. I mean, I forgave you too, but you did what you did that day and you said the things you said because you went through something, and you don't have to talk about that, of course. What I'm saying is it's just, if people don't see the reason you did it, they just see, oh, you did that, that's rape apologist behavior, therefore we're going to call you a rape apologist. So I can't come forward and say, I'm sorry that, I don't know, I don't even know what I would say because I didn't call you a rape apologist.
What I would say, honestly, what I would be looking for is...
What you would be looking for, girl, how about you go fuck yourself? Now you're going to tell her what the statement that she should put out from the heart about you should be so that you don't get any more backlash? Who do you think you are?
I should have never posted that video. I said...
You want Jessi to say the words, I should never post that video, to defend you.
Some untrue shit, some true shit, but regardless, it should have been handled offline because there is a lot of untrue shit that you said in there, and that's part of the dispelling.
This is unbelievable.
One thing that I said without proof to back it up was the Curtis's friends didn't rape you, and you yourself in your apology said you can in good conscience say you never said that. So there's no claim I make in my video, I went through it a million times, that is not backed up by the absolute truth.
Well, there are though, because it was a FaceTime call. It was not in person.
No, but you...
but that's what I'm saying is there's so many lies in it that are provable.
Gabbie...
No, now you're talking about the specifics surrounding the situation.
Well, there's other stuff too, where you say, I tried to control your relationships, which didn't happen.
That's subject to interpretation.
Gabbie, let's talk about what you've done.
Okay, yeah.
Well, whose relationship did I try to control?
Everyone that I was around, but okay.
Well, who?
I felt... Okay, an example, when I was dating, and he would hug me, and you would just get on the floor and be like, pay attention to me, pay attention to me, pay attention to me. And you would just want to be the center of attention in a literal relationship that you tried to always bring up the OkCupid stuff. It was a weird thing. Where
That's me controlling your relationships because you actually did try to control my relationships.
Oh, so now Jessi's controlling your relationships. Oh, okay. So anything Jessi says that Gabbie's done, Gabbie will immediately say that Jessi did it to her.
No, I didn't want Jen to continue to be the person you could come to and be like, hey, so did Jessi talk about me? So if you think that's controlling...
But Jessi, she also was constantly saying shit about you to me. The reason she reached out to me in the first place was because to talk shit about you. And
Gabbie, you're actively trying to control her relationships right now.
But you assume we don't know that. We both talk
Well, yeah,
about
but like
everything. We've shown each other.
I get
We've
it.
shown each other
I get
every
it.
message of talking.
I get it.
And it's so crazy because Gabby's lost the argument because both Jen and Jessi have shared all their messages and now don't like Gabbie.
But to say it's weird for me to reach out to Jen when our
Well, you just tried to use Jen as an example to make fun of Jessi, and she just said, well, me and Jen are good.
relationship was her talking shit about you to me. Like, for you to say, like, it's fucked up of me to reach out to Jen, like, I don't think that's fair.
No, never. I didn't say it was fucked up for you to reach out to Jen. You would reach out to Jen and be like, did Jessi make a video about me? Is that Jessi talking about me in the
Yeah,
video?
so what's wrong with that? If, like, she's reaching out to me to talk shit about you, what's wrong with me being
So
like,
then you are controlling the relationships.
it's about me? Like, that to me is, like, a strange
I was
thing.
uncomfortable with it. I was uncomfortable with it, straight up.
But, like, what about, like, me relationship? What about with me and, like, I think relationship? Like, there were so many relationships. I'm not gonna say who called me the day, but, like, I tweeted literally that day and was like, so my friends are calling me screaming because you're mad at them, or my friends are calling me telling me that you're screaming at them for being friends with me, but you're mad at da-da-da-da. Like, this has always been a thing with us. So, like, that's a lie.
Talking about anymore.
Gabby tries to list so many things as quick as possible, which just makes her sound like frantic.
Listen, this is the bottom line. You have yet, you said in your video, you're embarrassed by the messages with Deanna. You have yet to now
The
on this phone
fan.
call just be like, that was fucked up. You're downplaying it. You're saying that, no, I never mentioned your rape in there. Oh, no, but your medicine, you talk about it. You have yet
Because
to
I
be like,
did, because you did, Jessi. You did this whole campaign about, like, you don't talk about my medicine, but, like, if you talk about my anxiety.
You just talk to me and say, yeah, that was fucked up.
I
That's
did,
straight
Jessi.
up.
I said it in the video.
No, you straight up did not. Not once in this conversation did you say that was so, like, I should not have done that.
Because I've already said it multiple times publicly. Do you want me to say it again right now? Because I will. I shouldn't have taken it that far, but I also think that there needs to be some acknowledgement that, like, you've also done that and you also have the same conversations with
Gabby, not everything in life when you're apologizing for means you're owed one back.
Girl,
fans.
have you ever watched Dr. Phil? An apology with a butt after it is not an apology at all.
I've already
Clock.
apologized publicly twice, Jessi. That's what I'm saying. I didn't know you wanted another one. I would have given you
You
one.
also apologize. No, it's not. You're not apologizing to me in those videos. I don't feel like you're apologizing to me in those videos. We're having a conversation one-on-one, and I'm asking.
Have you apologized to me too? Like, okay,
Oh
Jessi,
my
genuinely,
Yes, I have
Jess,
multiple times in this conversation. Yes, I have.
are you sorry for
apologized.
making the video in general?
I'm sorry it caused you so much pain. I am.
But can
I
you just
said
say
that
you're
multiple
sorry to that for making the video? Because that was a
But why should she be sorry for making the video?
very aggressive and public
Oh,
and
my
damaging reaction to
Lord.
me having a private conversation with a person who was tweeting, by the way.
There you go,
she was
minimizing it again.
Jessi, she tweeted defamation. She was tweeting that I collabed with a rapist, so I had a conversation with her.
Gabby,
I didn't
that's
quote
not
tweet it,
what
Jessi, because I've never wanted our drama to be public. That's not how you handle situations. I don't want to quote
So you DM'd her privately to control the narrative.
tweet it.
Here's the-
I wanted it
here's
to
the
be
issue.
private
Gabby,
between
let her talk, girl. Let her talk.
me and her. An
Yeah, but what
adult.
you did in those messages, and you read the messages, and I've read them a million times. You said, "Hey, can you tell me, like, genuinely, I don't understand why this rumor has started."
Yes.
Deanna sends one message, and you go, "Here's the thing about Jessi," and the whole.
No, that's
entire-
not what happened. I said that's not true. That came later on. I do too, Jessi. That came
I saw the DMs. Gabby did do that. Jessie's telling the truth here.
later on, and then I already explained why it got there. It's because I felt good finally talking about it, and she
Well,
was an
you felt
adult,
that was
and I was having a
inappropriate, and I'm sorry,
conversation
like,
She
with
was an adult. She was a fan that you were taking advantage of.
an adult. Like,
That
that's
is inappropriate. Oh, now it's an adult. When in your video you were saying
because
that was a minor.
I did think she was a minor, because the story turned into I'm manipulating an underage fan, and I genuinely
Yeah, that was
believed at
after.
that point that Deanna was underage, because people were
Sure.
tweeting at me saying Deanna was underage. Then I found out, oh, she is an adult. And when I talked to, I'm not gonna say who, the 3 people I talked to about it, they kept saying, why did you have that conversation? Like, what? So wait, Deanna's 15? That's what people kept saying to me. So I was like, I didn't know she was 15. And then they were
Yeah.
like, yeah, I get it. Like, she's wearing a lot of makeup, so like it's easy to assume she's older. So I was like, what the fuck? Deanna's 15? I thought she was an adult.
Oh my
and like,
God.
we were just having an adult
Girl, you're just spewing shit right now. Shit from a butt, girl.
conversation who, like, in the conversation she's literally saying to me that she believes me and she feels like she's been deceived by you, and I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, like, somebody believes me for once.
Yeah, because you got in the DMs and used your parasocial.
That's so not an excuse.
Jessi, but you also talk about people to fans, so like you do it too.
Gabby, but you're literally taking one thing in a video and putting this picture in your head that I have shared everything you've ever told me, and not
No, I didn't say that, Jessi. No, I didn't.
Yeah,
What
you
I'm
said it
saying
in your video. I mean, you said it in your Twitter today, and Lily called you out and was like, "That is not her saying like your name." And then you go and say,
but what I
"That's right
said
here."
was, but the hypocrisy is astronomical, because she said the purpose of making this video was because I talked about personal information to a fan, and you do the same thing. Whether that was about me or not, you still said that you did that a few times, is what you said. So like, why are you able to take fans to dinner and say why you're not friends with this person anymore? But if I DM somebody
you don't know
who's
what I said, or if I made it up for the video. You don't know. You know. that
why
the
would you
people
make that up
say-
for the video? Did you make it up for the
Because
video?
First of all, it's
Did
a
you?
fucking video.
Did you make it up?
What is it? Like, I'm literally, this is not an interrogation. And we will end the conversation, and I don't want to get there. So I'm literally just telling you. The one thing I know for sure.
You're getting
I'm not
defensive
gonna-
because I'm asking you questions. Answer the questions I'm asking instead of
Oh my God. Oh, I don't know how Jessi kept her cool. I don't know how Jessi kept her cool.
getting defensive. Did you make it up for the video, or did you take fans on dates and like talk shit?
No,
This
Gabby,
is
I didn't
so
take fans on dates and talk shit.
So
Is that
you
what wanna
so
hear?
you
That is
didn't
the truth.
so you didn't talk shit to
I've been-
fans.
Gabby,
I have
shut the fuck up.
to lunch with fans. First of all, if you knew anything, you would know that that situation didn't even involve a bully. I was not even being truthful about the gender. Okay, you don't know if I just said that to make the fucking video more interesting. I was sitting with, and we're trying to come up with stories of awkward fan encounters. That's why I got the prom one in, and I just started fucking saying shit. And you're saying it as a proof.
Because it feels like a really weird thing to just randomly say. And it feels like because there's no proof that you actually spoke about me. And I will tell you this. There is a fan
so self-obsessed
who is a friend with one of my fans who went to lunch with you before, who has provided information. So, like, that is out there.
I'm going to tell you this right now, okay? And hear me very loud and clear.
Okay.
I have never in my life... This is, and I want you to know this, because this is very important to know. And if I was ever going to address this situation again, it's very important to make this distinction. There's a difference between you saying in your messages with Deanna, I'm not friends with Jessi anymore. She told this one girl of whatever Justin Bieber thing you just told me, right? That's a different thing. And then me saying, by the way, look at her messages.
Literally the patience of a saint.
It's pretty crazy. Look at her messages. By the way, did you know she was on this medication? She called me and apologized when she was on this medication. And also, let's talk about her rapist and how she called me and this and that.
I didn't, but that's actually literally not what happened. I didn't say, did you know she was on this medication? Because you publicly have spoken about your medication so many times.
That doesn't excuse you talking about it in private, Gabbie.
A video about it. People have asked you on Twitter. But because those little details matter. Because the narrative isn't... Yes, they do. Because I'm being accused of spreading private information about your medication
Gabbie,
when you have been very openly and public about it. So the verbiage... Don't speak over me. The verbiage matters.
Don't you dare. Don't speak over me, she says.
Because what you're saying is, did you know she was on this medication? And that's not what happened. What happened was you publicly talk about your medication. I assume Deanna knows that because you publicly talk about your medication. And I said, you called me and said this thing.
Gabbie, you're guilty of everything you're being accused of.
Which was like, I don't understand like how this keeps happening because she literally called me and said this. But the thing is, Jessi, I've already apologized about it twice.
Okay.
So like, what else? Like,
this was... You're not hearing me when I'm saying, first of all...
Remember when I talked over you and you kept saying, don't talk over me?
Gabbie, you're talking over her.
Please let me finish. The point is, this is kind of what happens throughout our entire relationship of 6 years, is we talk about something, I apologize for something, and then
you haven't apologized.
Keep on bringing it up in a different light. And it's like,
Gabbie, you said that you were the one that keeps bringing it up to defend yourself. Which one is the truth?
Jessi, how many times do I have to say I shouldn't have taken it that far with that fan? How many times do I have to apologize and say, you're right, I got caught up in the moment and I shouldn't have done it? I agree. I shouldn't have done that.
By the way, she keeps saying how many times do I have to apologize instead of being like, I'm sorry.
So can we please move on from that aspect?
Yeah, but why did you have to go into all...
Gabbie, you're not the dictator of when someone moves on from when you've done them wrong.
Well, not just to say that. I just said I would appreciate...
Because you keep bringing it up and twisting what I actually said.
Gabbie, I mean, we're on a phone conversation, person to person, and we're talking about something that hurt me to see. And like I said, I will say 1,000,000 times over, I've never shared private information of your trauma. Like that when I read the things you started saying about Curtis and this, and then I got a call from Curtis and I did this and that, I was like...
But that's not about your trauma, Jessi. I understand that it's connected.
It is.
What is wrong with her? That's not part of your trauma? About the person who R-worded her?
But me saying that I got a call from Curtis isn't saying, like, what happened that night.
Oh my God.
I understand what my trauma. I'm explaining to you that is my trauma.
The scribbling is pissing me off too. I'm just trying not to...
You're speaking of my trauma and you can't even acknowledge that. We need to move on to the next topic.
Because, Jessi, I'm being accused
of...
Girl.
Something.
We're gonna move on from that topic.
Because I'm being you see, you can't just move on when you get into a corner, Jessi. The problem is the reason I spoke about it with this girl is because she's tweeting a defamatory statement that I collabed with a rapist. So instead of
her and said, if you find tweets, they're fake when that is not true, and you literally ignored the fact that her grandfather had died, and you had an inappropriate conversation.
Jessi, the reason I didn't answer about her grandfather being died is because that is something that people do.
Her grandfather being died.
You know this because you're on the internet. We're not talking about that. This is a victim card where it's like you want to divert the situation. Make me feel bad about you. Now we're talking about...
Gabbie Hanna is bringing up other people using a victim card. Oh, I've heard it all. I've heard it all.
I don't want to get into that with you. Like, we're talking about, you just said that I collabed with a rapist, and I'm asking you where that came from, and I want to see it. So, like, no, I'm not going to be like, oh my God, your grandpa's sick. No, you just called me a rape apologist.
Okay, let's not grasp it. Okay, let's stick to one topic. You told Deanna, and I quote, find the screenshots, and if you find them, they're fake. So you
because they don't.
This scribbling's making me giggle in the background because I keep thinking of a hamster running on a wheel because it's like.
Yes, I was. And if she would have sent me that one, of somebody responding to a deleted tweet, I really dead ass thought when I said that, because she was saying that when it dropped, I tweeted straight up in defense of like Curtis didn't rape Jessi. And I was like, show me that. If that exists, it's fake. That's what I meant.
You were saying I was lying. You were saying I was lying. So yes, that is true. And to some regard.
But I'm saying what I thought that she was saying was that I was like, I thought she was going to show me a tweet that literally said like, fuck Jessi, Curtis is a rapist. So when I said, if you see it, it's fake, that's what I meant.
Yeah, so the grand scheme of things is, from what I'm grabbing, you are upset that people are calling you, I mean, that's the thing you've said the most out of a week. People are calling me a rape apologist, people are calling me a rape apologist. And
because I'm not.
Why is she doodling? Why is she doodling? And she's doing it so aggressively. Can you hear that shh on the table?
Yes.
Yes, but you were. You know what I mean? So like,
but I also wasn't, Jessi, to say that. I mean,
like, sorry, it's like very distracting.
Rape apologist because
she's literally like someone in a mental asylum ward when they show you a photo of what they see and it's like dark scribbles.
As I said something that but it doesn't matter. Like even back then, that's not being a rape apologist. That was the entire Vine community was saying that you were like lying and I made a mistake in a moment.
It doesn't excuse it, Gab.
That is rape apology, but
Jessi, as a viewer, when you're all of the people,
you have 200,000 Vine followers.
Sorry, she needs to stop with the pens. She needs to stop with the pens.
Of course, you did.
And what is that? You know what I mean?
200,000 people, like a lot of people.
She really needs to stop with the diddling. Like, hold on. This is literally what Gabbie's drawing looks like right now. Literally, something like this. Something so, like, literally, this is exactly... I mean, this is cool. Like, genuinely.
That's literally 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's small. Like, everyone knows that ratio.
Yeah, like, but you were a creator. But whatever, it doesn't matter.
But, like, I wasn't this big, massive creator that was, like, super famous. I was still in a marketing job.
I wasn't this big person who was super famous, which just goes to show how she looks at herself now.
It doesn't matter.
Because, Jessi, I was a viewer. And it's not the same.
She was a creator.
At this point, I don't even know. Do you realize that in your video, that is not factual? Like, when you said, oh, I had no idea the context. Like, you do understand that obviously that's not true.
No, I don't.
The fucking drawing.
And the tweet that I deleted, obviously, that I don't remember. Oh my god.
The girl that was talking to you that day just...
Gabbie, you're not the one to be like, oh my god, whenever she's responding to you, because you are insufferable on this call.
Came out and said what you were saying that day. But you said, call me a liar. The person you were speaking to.
Yeah, and it was deleted then, 6 years ago, right? So why are we talking?
You still did it.
You can't just delete. You can't, because you're denying it. Okay, here's the deal.
Because either way, that's not being a rape apologist, Jessi.
It was on that day. Not that doesn't mean you're a rape apologist now. But you cannot get on the internet, use my trauma to defend yourself in a way.
Saying something that okay, Jessi, you do understand, and I know that you know this. When that story dropped, every single person was saying that you lied. Everyone. And I'm not saying it's right. And the fact that I'm being like...
Oh. Ugh. This is so gross.
Kidding me? Is that your justification?
No, Jessi, I'm telling you that because
everyone's apologized to me for it.
And so have I. But if you genuinely like, because for a half a second, I believed it. And then I deleted the tweet because I said that's not fair just because I have personal feelings about Jessi and because I have this trauma. And because I have this trauma that is affecting me and made me feel this way and made me feel angry, that's not fair. I'm going to delete this tweet. And I did. That is not being a rape apologist. And to say such a charged emotional word as rape apologist, yes it is.
I read you the definition. And let me be clear. Your timeline is the full day. From morning till 9 at night you were fighting with people and your responses are still there. You were talking about this all day. This was not 1 minute. You just saw it and said, oops, I shouldn't do this. That cannot be what you're saying because it's not the truth by fact. I have it in front of me. People are seeing it. So literally at this point, all I want is like, I'm telling you, I'm willing to delete my video, any tweets that, you know, I understand. I don't want to push anything else onto you, but I'm not going to in any way, shape or form say that I called you a rape apologist, or do I think it's fair that you're going on this tangent?
Also, it's crazy that Jessie's willing to delete her videos, but I guess Gabbie gets to keep her ones up.
About not being a rape apologist. You know what I mean? Like, neither of those.
But Jessi, there were... All right, let's take this out of it because this is one of those things that we're clearly not going to see eye to eye on. We both have...
Ugh. It's unbelievable.
Really strong feelings. Regardless of that, there were a lot of lies in that video that I can disprove. That also made it look a lot worse. And that's why I'm saying I would need a statement saying there's...
You do not need a statement. Go fuck yourself.
Some true stuff. There's some not true stuff.
Absolutely not.
Okay, well then we just continue the way we're going. Like, you know?
It will be clear. I mean, like, if you feel like... I don't know if you understand this. You literally, in your video, said to your fans, I do not remember... what this was about, all of this, and downplayed it. There is irrefutable proof that that's a lie. and you're willing to just let that be the thing. Like, I'm telling you right now, I'm willing to delete my video. I don't want to hurt you.
Yeah, and that's great. And like, I think that would be so cool if we could do that. But at the end of the day, there's still a lot of lies out there, Jess. And like, there's outside of that, there's a lot of lies. And there's like,
you know what's funny is that you're taking like, oh, it was a phone call, oh, it was a FaceTime, oh, it was this, oh, it was
those
that.
matter. Those details matter.
Yeah, they do matter. That's why I was saying the story and I said, you told me this is how it happened.
But that's not true.
Great, if you're changing that now, then that is what
No, I would never tell you, Jessi, that we hung out. Because and you didn't let me finish. And you didn't and you didn't let me
This really does sound like how she talked with Trisha as well.
Finish the story. And that's why I'm saying,
because I couldn't believe that you would let him tell you.
Jessi, that's literally always been what I've said. I've always said he asked me to tell. It's literally in my notes on Twitter.
So you got to hear Curtis's point of view. Great. Stop doubling down on that.
That I said he asked me if he could tell me the story, and I wanted to catch him in a lie, Jessi. Like I was ready to fucking tell him off and be like, that's not true. And then when he told me the same story, I said, yeah. So you're telling me the same story, which is she was asleep and you raped her. That's what I said. And then he said, okay, well, now you at least know it from my side.
Gabbie's so evil for continuing to bring this up, by the way, so that Jessi has to continuously relive this.
I said, okay, I'm never going to publicly bash you or defend you. I'm never going to publicly bash Jessi. And he said, cool. And then, by the way, he did try to blackmail me, by the way, afterwards.
And he tried to blackmail you or me?
He did. Like, he was so fucking mad that I wouldn't defend him. Like, and I told him I never would. But,
I would hope not.
Of course.
At the end of
Do you
the
want
day,
praise,
wait,
Gabbie?
The story that I tried to say before you, like, got off the phone. That's the first situation was a FaceTime call. The second situation.
Oh, great. So you're now bringing back the story that made Jessi cry so much that she had to leave the call. Yeah. I mean, great decision, Gab. Great decision.
Was when we were at an event and he tried to take a selfie with me and I was like, no, that's not happening. And then the event that I'm assuming you have to be talking about is when I was at 1600 Vine and then he came there. I think I was at Lele's. And then he showed up and I was like, oh, fuck no. He tried to talk to me there and pull me aside there.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's a completely different situation. That's literally
Okay, so proving that you've had many encounters with him.
Months and months later. And like you made it sound like when
he pulled you aside to a situation, he pulled you aside and I remember getting pissed at you for it.
But you told everybody that I hung out with him and then that's where we had the first conversation.
No, I didn't.
Jessi, that's what your video says.
Okay, well, go and look at it again because you heard wrong. I said you were at a place with his friends. He showed up and pulled you to the side. I said that.
And you said that as the way that it all went down. Like the first time I talked
Someone said the selfie in question did happen. Did it?
to him, like you painted this picture
I didn't even know you spoke to him all these times. I'm finding out now, and honestly, I'm frankly disgusted. So I didn't even know all of
Jessi,
this.
what are you talking about? You're disgusted. I literally just told you about the first conversation that you knew about that day.
Don't tell me that because I just had a panic attack hearing you say that you.
Well, you're making it sound like I'm friends with him when I told you the story from the start. It's on Twitter. Like this isn't news. From the beginning, I have always. Can you please pull up the notes where I put out the first statement?
Please. First of all, I didn't even read your whole statement.
Well, then that's not fair.
It's not fair. You didn't watch my video until you made yours. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're right. Fair. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're back to this place.
Jesus Christ.
I still have to clear my name. I have to keep.
I agree.
Yeah, so I have to keep doing this unless we find something that makes us both happy, and just deleting the video doesn't help me.
Keep doing this.
Like
keep driving in and saying Jessi blackmailed me.
Yeah.
Jessi abused me.
Yeah.
That's what you want to
because that is what I feel, Jessi. That is my experience.
Let me make something straight, Gabbie. You're saying right now, if you don't take down your video, like that's what you're saying.
No.
Like, if you take down your video, all of this can stop. You're saying if I don't take down the video, you're going to keep calling me an abuser and saying that I blackmailed you. Is that correct?
I'm going to continue to clear my own name. If we can't find something.
Then I will have to get on camera and show the timeline and be like, wait a second.
And that's fine. We can do that. We can go back and forth.
That's gonna make it worse, Gabbie. Why do you want to make it worse? Let's make it literally better. I'm trying to tell you, if you want people to stop calling you a rape apologist, you have to address the tweet.
Jessi, and I will, but I also have to talk about the history of our relationship, and that's what I plan on doing. Is saying this tweet came out later.
How is that relevant to you being a rape
Jessi,
apologist?
how is anything you did in your video relevant?
You did a DM, and I basically did a table reading of it.
And then you had to say all these personal details of our relationship. Of you tried to control my relationships. You said this one thing to me one time. So if we're just saying shit that hurt each other, like if that's the game, like I can do it.
No, there's no game here. Make no mistake. There is no game. This is our lives.
Yeah.
Make no mistake.
Yeah.
So do not tell me, oh, this is a game. Just like you told that person, oh, I want war. This is not a war or a game for me.
I didn't tell. That's so fucking funny. She told me she was.
I saw a screenshot.
Yeah,
but she knew exactly who you were talking about.
That's not what I said. I said, okay, then I guess we have to fight this war or some shit like that.
So you did say it.
Oh my god, the fact that you're talking right now is so fucking funny.
Gabbie's manic as fuck on this call, by the way.
Video, so don't get too excited about whether we talk shit about you or not. Literally, this is the truth. You're me, like what you think I lied about in my video. You literally said I cannot in good conscience say I never said that. Now you're retracting that.
Because I did not want to call you a liar.
Lie in here.
Oh, but you did.
It's a fly in here.
Like, when
Private messages are not public statements. They are not the same, and there is a
Yeah, I would argue they're a little bit worse.
very clear difference.
Where's that energy now?
This energy now, Jessi, is because I waited and didn't say anything, and I said I'm gonna let this go away, and then the week I'm dropping an EP, you did this again. That's where the energy is. Like ignoring it does
Why is
not
the
do
fly
anything
on
for
my
me.
computer?
Okay, but what I'm trying to tell you, and this is
Why is it so low hanging? Why are you on my phone? Can you not fly? Okay, why are you just on the desk? I don't like that. Ah! No, fuck. Why the fuck are you flying so close to me? Holy shit, it like keeps landing on me. Fuck did you go? Oh my god. It's so scary. Where are you? I will kill you. Mind you.
this is the thing that's fucked up about this right now is I'm saying I'm willing to meet you, but I'm willing to say I don't want to hurt you anymore. I'll even do a joint statement with you of like, guys, we've resolved this, and that's that. Like,
Isn't it so crazy she's willing to do a joint statement saying they've solved it when clearly they haven't?
I'm really willing to do that. Now, I'm not willing to say where I lied, where I didn't lie, even
Yeah.
when you admitted yourself, and now all of a sudden, like, literally, who admits to something that they didn't do just because they want to make someone else look better, who apparently you believe is trying to make you look bad? So, like,
Because I'm a good person, Jessi.
Oh my god, wrap it up.
Because I wanted you to feel good and I wanted it to be resolved and I don't want you to hurt.
Jesus
That is why.
Christ.
And now I feel like I'm
sorry,
at a point.
I frankly just can't believe that
Okay.
you've been talking about me online.
Now, Jessi, 6 months later. Because you brought me up again.
Gabby, you've been talking about it 6 years later.
Why did you have to do it again? To put it in your thumbnail, Jessi? To put it in your
First of all-
thumbnail?
Okay, first of all, let's relax. I already told you. If that hurt you, I'm sorry, because that was truly, in every sense of the word, not my intention when making that.
To put my name in your thumbnail and bring up the drama again? You didn't think that hurt me?
I'm sorry. I was extremely I brought nothing new. I did not say anything to try to rile people up. I said I never want to speak about this again. So I'm sorry, no. It really was not my intention. And I talked about you for 2 minutes in like a 30-minute video.
And it brought up the conversation again. But like you put it in the thumbnail, Jessi. Like think about the conscious effort you had to use to choose that particular thumbnail involving our drama.
Abby, no, it's not that hard. It's the foremost asked questions. That's
But guess what?
It was not something I didn't say.
I've ignored it for 6 years, and that's why people stopped asking me about
No,
it.
you haven't.
You can't help yourself but bring me up, and that's the issue, and that's why we're here. Is
Again, the self-obsession again.
because just don't talk about me. It's that simple. It really is
but
such an
literally,
easy concept.
It's not that simple because I'm not talking about you. I'm telling you, let's have a private conversation. Isn't this what you've always wanted? And you are going on the internet, and if you're going to double down and be like, Jessi started all these lies of me being a rape apologist, I mean, what do you want me to do? Just sit back and take it? Because I don't want to engage in this. I'm telling you, I don't want this.
Then
I don't
don't.
want anything to do with it.
At the end of the day, Jessi, you should not have put out that video. That
Shut up,
personally-
girl.
Believe that.
Exactly. The fact that the only thing that I want is a retraction, and I already told you at the beginning, I don't think you're going to
She doesn't owe you a retraction.
do it, is saying like I shouldn't have put it up because it was personal information made public. Me talking to
Would
a
you be
single
You were sending Jessi and your text messages to a fan.
fan. Go ahead.
No, see, yeah, that's the thing. It's like your retraction and statement involves you having no fault.
No, it
That's
wouldn't.
the issue.
Because I've
You
already...
just said it was just one fan. How
Oh my god, she's admitting that she wouldn't accept any fault.
was I supposed to know that? When unsolicited,
Because there's never been anything public. Never. I've never posted a single thing publicly about you. That's how you're supposed to know.
Yeah, it's even more evil doing it behind the scenes, girl.
Is I would never, ever, ever, ever make that public.
I'm sorry, but like, you know, we have our emails that highlight like everything. Like we've had a lot of shit go on.
It doesn't matter. It's never been public. You made it public.
No, oh my goodness. I mean, that's literally like.
Are you sorry for tweeting that I'm a shitty person knowing everybody would know it was about me?
Gabby, grow up. Grow up, Gabby.
First of all, I'm not going to even answer that because I deleted it the second. So obviously, I regretted making that tweet the second I posted it. That's not a fair question.
Okay, so can you apologize for it then?
Are we serious? Are we actually serious?
Can you say I'm sorry for
Gabby, can you?
throwing some fuel on the fire when you were going through some shit? Can you apologize for that?
But like to you right now?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure. Like I knew it was a stupid thing to do as soon as I did it. I'm sorry if you saw that and you were like, what the fuck? This is
Okay,
really
listen to that
unfair.
apology. I'm sorry if you saw that. I'm sorry.
Gabby, you said that earlier! Gabby said that earlier. She kept saying, I'm sorry if you feel. Oh my god, I'm literally gonna have a psychotic meltdown. I'm literally gonna start like banging my head on the wall.
If you felt this way, I knew it was stupid. How about Gabbie? I'm sorry that I hurt you. I shouldn't have
Gabbie! Oh my god.
tweeted that you were a shitty person. Can you say that?
Gabbie, I was being catty.
Yeah, so can you apologize for being catty?
Gabbie, I just did. Like, what do you want from me?
No, you said I'm sorry if you saw that and felt some type of way. Like, you're telling me it's not an apology if you say sorry, but can you just say, Gabbie, I'm sorry I hurt you? Please?
I already said I'm sorry.
You said I'm sorry if you saw that and felt a certain type of way. I was being catty. It's so hard for you to apologize.
No, it's not. I've apologized a million times in this conversation, Gabbie. I really have. I'm not trying to say
Holy shit, Gabbie is like actually fucking evil. Like actually fucking evil.
I'm not sorry for that tweet.
Then say it. Then just say you're sorry for that
Why does Jessi need to be apologizing to you?
tweet, please.
I already did, Gabbie.
No, you didn't. You literally just said, I'm sorry if you saw that and felt a certain type of way. Like, just say, I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry.
Okay, in the beginning of this conversation, I said, I'm sorry if when I subtweeted or when I, made videos about you, I'm sorry for doing that. That was stupid. I said that in the beginning of this conversation. Don't force me into another apology. I already apologized to you.
Oh, it sucks to be forced into an apology, doesn't it?
Ooh.
What does that even mean? Like
I'm literally asking you to apologize to me one-on-one for like bringing me up over the years and like threatening to make videos on me. Like it's been so traumatic and like straight up, Jessi, like I know you don't want to hear this.
The actions that made me want to do those videos, Gabbie, were traumatic for me too. The things that you did that made me want to do videos were traumatic for me too. So we can accept that we
But I was also dealing with trauma and I never made it public.
Oh my god, she is so exhausting.
There's a difference between making something public.
Better or worse?
Yes, it does. Making something public versus not making something public. You don't think that makes somebody better or worse whether or not you put somebody's personal business online publicly?
For all you know.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Wow. Oh my god. Sorry, that's just like a huge awakening to me that like I'm sitting here trying to like justify, like talk to somebody about something that's clearly so different and you won't just see how different it is to vent to a friend versus publicly bashing somebody.
Gabbie, can I please say something? You spoke to someone that did not tag you in a tweet that an hour earlier or a couple
that was in my
earlier,
timeline.
Okay, but I'm gonna finish my sentence now.
It doesn't matter if she tagged me. It was a defamatory statement.
Okay, great. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Okay, Jessi, I think we need to end this.
That person did not
I think we need to end this because I'm getting very upset and I don't want to get here because it doesn't matter if she tagged me. She said my first.
Oh, that is the best thing she could have said to her there. Ooh, that was rage bait and she took it.
Last name with a defamatory statement. I defended myself.
I understand.
Okay, let's end the conversation here because we're obviously not getting anywhere and I don't want to yell at each other.
We would there for a second.
I was too, but like now it's like just the fact that you don't see the difference between me venting to friends about things that hurt me and you going online and publicly
venting to friends. You just admitted that it was a random person on the timeline
bashing me. That you don't see the difference in that is insane.
No, of course I do. Like, listen, I want you to understand something. I'm saying my actions. First of all, I'm not talking about you going to friends. You know I'm not talking about
what did I ever do publicly?
That's the thing. That's the question that you asked. That's the wrong question. What did you ever do to hurt me is a better
No, Jessi, because we're talking about you saying the difference between we've both hurt each other. We've both admitted a million times we both hurt each other. The difference is I would never publicly say something about you. And you publicly for 6 years have continued to say something about me. And you, when I said that 5 seconds ago, you said it doesn't matter. It's the same thing.
I've never said your name on my channel was like a bad thing, like, oh, Gabbie Hanna exclusive, other than my one video that I called you out directly. Every other video was stupid, and it was immature. And
stupid for who, Jessi?
However, huh?
Stupid for who? To me, who's fucking crying at home about it?
Oh, girl, wrap it up. Oh, wrap it up. Here she goes again, crying.
To the person who's getting the tweets. Do you remember when I made one video about you, and you freaked out? You're like, I'm getting all these tweets about it? How many times do you think that happened to me? And you never see that. It's always Jessi. It's what's happening to Jessi. Not what Jessi's doing to anybody else. You have made 7 videos about me.
Girl, she is crazy. I truthfully, hand on heart, don't know how Jessi dealt with this.
Where you leave these obvious clues where like I just moved into my apartment and you're talking about moving into a new apartment. Or I had a best friend who lived with me about a year ago and I'm obviously the only person who lived with you a year ago. Just because you're not saying my name doesn't mean people obviously don't know it's me. And when you're liking comments...
You just also, I hope you're careful too about the way that you spread that because a lot of the things that you do think are about you are not, like, you're not the only friend I've ever had. I really do hope.
When you're talking about big YouTubers who you used to live with, who else? Who else? Who did you live with?
Jesus
what big YouTuber?
Christ.
Yeah, Jessi, it's an example. But it's happened so many times.
Remember I told you every time I look at the time, it's 911. It is right now as well.
That wasn't about you with like the best friend thing in the YouTubers or people I hate, whatever. That was not about you. Like that's what scares me is that you think that things that don't say your name in it are about you and they weren't.
Okay, so who is it about then? Who was that?
Gabbie, you're not privy to any of that information.
Person about.
I don't even know at this point what you're referring to.
Exactly. Yeah, that's convenient. That when you said it's about.
Girl, you weren't able to show any fucking screenshots or anything that you've been asked of so far.
And I said, you were good friends with... Why would you say that?
No.
I'm telling you that you said...
You said oh my God, in the YouTubers of like, let's please take it down a notch, because the YouTubers I hate video, the person I didn't name was like 100%.
Okay, you had a close friendship with...
No,
That's what you said in the video.
Girl,
the
shut
person I did not
up.
name in the YouTubers I hate video, that I left their name out, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna, like, I thought of like saying their name for a second, I was like, no, I'm gonna leave it out.
You also said that I was friends with somebody who ended up being a big YouTuber who, if I wanted, I could shit on her whole life. Actually, I could diarrhea on her whole life, but I'm going to save that for another day. So you mean to tell me that you don't think is that person?
I don't think you're referencing the same video. Remember I said send me the video, because that's the part.
Okay, then maybe it's a different video. Regardless, you said that
Oh my God, so you've now just been proven that you're confusing the timeline and you go, okay, maybe I am.
publicly online.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm literally telling you, Gabbie, like, yes, I used to be immature. I used to hint at you to try to get back at you for the things you would do in real life.
Yes, you did.
Gabbie is so vindictive and just like so disrespectful the way she
That is
publicly, and that is the difference. Dealing with something publicly.
Where's she getting this catty attitude from? She's no higher than Jessi here.
Is where it crosses a line of trying to ruin somebody's character and actually just being bitchy and catty behind the scenes. Okay, so where are we going from here? Because this conversation is not going anywhere. We're going in circles. So how
Gabbie, because you're being incredibly defensive and incredibly aggressive.
The situation moving forward.
Yeah, can I just say something really quickly about, because I know that you think the messages in your eyes were private. That's not how I see it in my eyes at all. And I just wanted...
It doesn't matter if you're having a one-on-one conversation with a human being, unless that human being shares the messages, even if she just messaged them to you, they would still
screenshotted them and tweeted them. She could have tweeted them and be like...
And who would have seen it? Jessi, who would have seen it? She had 200
You saw her original tweet that meant that you felt the need to DM her.
followers. Who would have seen it?
What? It's still something that could have happened. And been, like, that it could have easily been sent to people. She could have tweeted it.
But she didn't. You know who did? You put them in a video and now everybody saw it.
And guess who was the one that messaged her? Yeah.
Because you crossed that line, Gabbie. That's
okay, so when you talk to fans about why you're not friends with people anymore, that's not crossing a line. But if I do it, it's crossing a line.
I am not talking about someone's rapist or their medication.
She falsely accused me of being a rape apologist, so I had to explain the situation to her.
It is proven that you are, like, you were a rape apologist. How do we
All right, so we're just going to go back to doing this online then, because I'm trying to find a conclusion, and you will not get off of the same three things.
So
I'm not going to keep talking in
gross.
circles.
Okay, I understand that. And I'm going to, like, seriously, this is advice from you. I see that you're, like, I know you're struggling, and I'm sorry, and I'm willing to try and do what I can that I feel is right on my end, what feels right with my, like, alignment, like what I feel good with, because I do not stand by saying, oh, I lied in the video. You know, I don't stand by that. However,
I don't think you don't have to say you lied in the whole video. Say there are some
I didn't
things.
lie in any part of the video, and I don't feel comfortable saying that.
Well, there were lies. Why did you edit out the part of the video where I literally said this isn't about a YouTuber, this isn't about anybody, please don't try to start drama, and the fact that I hid your comments? Because that's a lot different than saying I made a video about you.
No, I said these are both story times that we reference each other. Let's compare them. Literally,
so why didn't you show the intros where you were saying that you fucking hate me? Why didn't you show the intros of the videos where you're talking shit about me? Like, there were so many videos you did where you literally said, oh, I really fucking hate you, about me. Why didn't you show that shit?
Gabbie, and I'm going to be fully honest. The reason why I put those two together is because they were virtually about, not the same thing, but they were about very similar topics, about stealing your friend's man. So that was literally why I put those side by side, because they're talking about generally the same thing. That's why I put them together.
And you had to remove the part where I say this isn't about a YouTuber, this isn't about a Viner.
How does that matter? You were talking
because
about
Jessi,
you
it doesn't matter if you knew, because nobody else knew. And that's the difference. That is the difference.
Does not apply for me when I say the same thing in my videos. This is about someone you would never know, but you know it's
because you've never said that. You've never said that.
Yes, I have. I say it in every video.
Okay, well, I have literally all of them in a file, and you...
Girl, shut up with this file.
Never say that. You say this person that I lived with a year ago, or this YouTuber who I used to be really good friends with. You never say this isn't about a Viner, this isn't about a YouTuber, and this is why I feel the need to publicly show everything. Because, like, I'm talking to you about it on the phone, I'm telling you it exists, because I've been working on it for weeks.
But can I just try to give you some, like perspective here? Because you're trying to prove, and this is the truth, you're trying to prove that you're not a rape apologist by talking about the times I made stories.
I'm trying to prove that you have been waiting for a moment and talking about me for years, when you literally have not stopped talking about me for 6 years. And then the night...
make you a rape apologist? How does that...
Because I'm not a rape apologist, Jessi, and that's why.
Okay, Gabbie, but I'm asking you, like, how... Okay, let's say...
We're not... Jessi, I don't want to keep talking in circles. We're never going to meet...
Oh, girl, don't you be pulling that shit. Not you saying you don't want to talk in circles. Girl, if it weren't for you talking in circles, I would have been at the bar an hour and a half ago.
On this point.
I'm trying to offer you perspective, but if you don't...
Because you have. You're saying the same thing. You're never going to get me to admit that I'm a rape apologist. It's not going to happen. There's nothing new you're going to say.
No, that's not what I'm trying to get you to do. I'm saying, listen, everyone has the evidence.
Jessi, I'm burnt out from this conversation.
Because you haven't shut the fuck up.
I really am. Because now I'm getting to the point where we're...
And Jessi was talking and you just cut her off, by the way, to say that you're tired.
Yelling, okay? I don't want to yell. I don't want to be upset. This is painful. It's been a fucking hell of a 6 months, okay? It's been about 3 hours now that we've been talking. These points, we're just not going to squash. And this is where, like, I don't know, I just don't know what else to do except for to keep going. And like, I was hoping we could find
How
like
evil is that, by the way? I don't know what else to do other than keep going about publicly exposing Jessi. Isn't that so crazy?
a middle ground, but like,
Yeah.
what else can I do?
Yeah, well, if you keep going, and that's the thing, is that where do you want to end up? Like, where's the ending for you? Like, what is the conclusion? What's going to make you happy in this? Like, what's going to change everything?
I'm going to feel good when I feel like my whole story is out. If I have to keep defending myself until I die so that like every time I put out a project, some new drama's not going to be brought up or some old drama's not going to be re-brought up, then I'll have to do that. Like, I quite literally, I can never stop. And I'm okay with that.
That's the thing that bothers you the most, from what I've understand, is the people calling you that word, right?
Yeah, and if that means like when I live stream, when I like do whatever I'm gonna do, I will say I did this thing. I had a tweet up for a little bit. I deleted it because I realized it wasn't representative of who I am. I just saw the tweet after, and here's this tweet.
But yet she holds Jessi to things that Jessi deleted immediately.
Look at these 6 fucking years of this person poking me. Like, why is she poking me all the time?
Gabbie, but you do realize that like all that's gonna do is make me talk about why I was poking you, right?
That's fine.
What made me do that?
Because then I talk about mine. I talk about all of the things that like I couldn't live with you, and then I got kicked out, and then you talked, and then you told her.
How is that gonna solve? How is that how is that actually gonna change the fact that people are calling you a rape apologist?
Because I'm going to tell the whole story of how this has been something that's been going on for 6 years, and I'm gonna talk. And
Stop speaking over her.
I'm gonna talk about.
She just gets louder whenever Jessi starts talking.
The tweet that you're referring to, because you're right, and that's actually something that I've been talking to press about. Like these interviews I'm doing, I'm talking about. So like,
So you're talking to press about Jessi now? Like
6 years ago, 6 years ago, before
you're literally not letting her get a word in, by the way.
I ever met Jessi Smiles, and then we met and talked about it. I'm still being talked about in this way by Jessi Smiles, tweeting at me 6 years later, or tweeting about me saying I'm a shitty person. That's what this is about, is you can't just fucking leave me alone. Like, literally just leave me alone and we'll be good.
I am literally telling you, I will leave you alone, and you're saying it's not enough.
Because there has to be something on your end that does something for what you did. Like, you put out a hit piece about me, Jessi. That's such a fucking...
It's not factual.
Hit piece is crazy. Like, hit piece is unbelievable. Like, that is just, like, we are taking the pit. Like, we have lost the fucking plot.
The table reading of your
No,
messages.
you had to include a lot of your one-sided, skewed narrative of our relationship.
Not
you didn't
true.
have to read tweets. And
Not true.
you didn't have to read my private messages with somebody out loud.
Private messages to a fan where you were leaking your messages with Jessi, mind you.
Which in of itself is so disrespectful. To read my private conversation out loud to the internet?
Are you seriously bringing that to me? You literally aired out my private conversations as if it was sport, and
Publicly.
all the drama channels.
Now,
You're literally...
after you made a video, Jessi,
Gabbie, you sent that message to Deanna before I made a video. Are you...
I had a private conversation with an
my
adult
God.
about something that was happening in my
God.
life. That is not the same. That is not the same as you getting on your platform and saying something publicly, reading my private messages. What I did after the
I
fact...
understand. That's it. We there's no... I
Okay.
understand.
All right, so are we just going?
Sorry,
Are we just going to keep going? Is that where we're at right now?
I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to do anything. Like, I'm really not. I'm not going to engage unless I'm engaged with. I'm not trying to do...
That's what I've been doing for 6 years, and you keep engaging with me. 6 years.
I'm telling you, there's a big difference from 2016 when you did what you did with me getting mad and making a video poking at you, and then me now with a child and a husband and living my life.
Tweeting about me, saying I'm a shitty person.
Oh my God, Gabbie, I deleted it after an hour.
It doesn't matter, Jessi, because look what
But you said you couldn't be hold to your tweet because you deleted it.
turned into.
Okay, I can tell you this. I am not going to engage with you further. Like, I'm literally not. If you were to now...
That's not what I want, Jessi. You've already engaged with me. I want an apology. I want a public apology that should never have been made public.
I mean, yeah, that's not going to happen.
Okay, so then we keep going.
I'm not doing anything
So
with you.
fucking
I'm not.
evil.
Well, then I'm saying I'm going to keep going then. Because all I want to keep
She's really evil. Like, she really is evil.
this out of legal, to keep this out of public. If you literally just say like, hey, like Jessi, hear me out. Hear me out. If you
Literally fucking blackmailing, by the way.
literally just made a public statement saying, I shouldn't have made this public. I was upset and emotional. Gabbie
She should have made it public.
also did some shit that she shouldn't have done when she was upset and emotional. There are some things in
The fact that Gabbie doesn't have to make a statement once in this, by the way.
that video that aren't completely factual, and there are some things that are. However, this should have always been handled privately, and I'm sorry for the pain and trauma that I caused.
Some things don't need to be handled privately.
That's what I want.
Okay.
You're not getting it.
It's, this is my real feeling. I think that you said in your video you want to be a good example as influencers, right? You said
I tried
right?
that. I tried that.
No, you literally said that and I did nothing, and then you just went on your own going unprovoked.
Well, no, that's not true. There were all of those messages that
Oh
you
my
sent me
God.
when I said, please, I cannot handle this right now. And then I had a mental fucking breakdown because you were sending me all of these texts that were making me nervous that you were going to make another video. That's why this
now
is
they're not
happening.
threats? Gabbie, here's the thing. Truly, if it was up to me and what I think that the good example of influencers is, just sue me. Like, straight up, just sue me. Like, just do it. Like, I'm not saying it to, like, challenge you. I'm saying, like, let's keep this offline and just sue me. And we'll see what happens in court.
Oof.
and then we don't have to bring our followers through this. We don't have to bring our fans through this, and we get to the bottom of what.
Oh, Gabbie's quiet, isn't she? First fucking time Gabbie's been fucking quiet this entire time.
Has been, hurting you. Just sue me, and then we won't have to bring our fans into this.
Oof. First time Gabbie has been fucking quiet.
I'm more interested in bringing my fans into it because those are the ones who are
That tells you everything you need to know about her.
affected. I don't want your money, Jessi. I do not want your money. I don't want it.
Okay, I'm literally saying, like, I think your fans are affected too.
Yeah, they are, deeply.
Because they're seeing you like this, which is something that is alarming for them, so they feel like they need to protect you, which is also not a fair position to put them into. You know what I mean? Like, really, like, you have to realize, like, they're going to be there for you no matter what, and they're worried about you.
Oh, no, I lost a lot of fans over this.
No, I know, but you still have a lot. Like, you still have a lot of people who support you, and like you said, buy your books and put you on Billboard, and, like, you still have that, and, like, you have to remember that at the end of the day, these people care about you. They're looking at you right now, and they're worried. I mean, like, I see your live streams, and I was worried.
You should be. I'm fucking suicidal. And that's why I have to continue to do this, because I feel like being silent has not helped me. And like, I let it happen, and when I saw you fucking put my name in your thumbnail again, Jessi, it sent the message loud and clear. I will never let you go. I will never let you just live your life. You could have gotten away with murder, and like, I would have never done anything, and you had to put my name in your thumbnail the week I was putting out my EP, and that caused such a shitstorm where people are trending on TikTok that I'm a rape apologist again. Your actions have consequences for you and for me. I don't want to go to court. I don't want to go to Florida. I don't want to take your money. I don't want money. I want a public statement and apology saying I should have never done this. It was inappropriate to share private conversations publicly. And I want that video gone. And I want an NDA where you can't do this to me again, because I'm going to be living in fear for the rest of my life. And that's like...
So you're telling me you're gonna go on live stream, you're gonna tell all your followers everything about all our past, which I have not brought our past into this. I have not.
What do you mean you didn't bring our past into this? Yes, you have. You said you tried to control my relationships. You said you've said publicly that, like,
Gabbie needing an NDA
on live in your video. You said that I tried to fuck your boyfriend in one of your YouTube videos. Like,
well, you just said in here that you could have if you wanted to. Girl, it's been 3 long hours, but I'm still remembering what you said.
Why do you keep doing this to me and expecting me not to, like, respond? You're saying publicly that I tried to fuck your boyfriend. Like, I've never done this to you, and you're wondering why I'm cracking. Because I've tried to ignore this for years when you're publicly saying I'm trying to fuck your boyfriend. You think it's not hard for me to not want to hop in and say, well, this is why I did that, and no, I didn't try to fuck him. I just wanted to feel something good about myself and that, like, I had some type of my power back.
So you just admitted that you did say that. She just admitted that she... All right.
It's been so hard.
I'm literally like, I'm saying it as someone who's like, I don't see an end game in that for you. I really don't. And that's why I was saying just to sue me. Not because I want you to take my money. Believe me, I don't even...
Because, but Jessi, that's stress for me too. Like, to keep going...
Well, then why do you keep bringing up lawyers and stuff, Gabrielle?
Sitting with these litigators, flying to fucking Georgia, thinking about the idea of people saying how terrible I am for suing somebody with a child. Like, there's nothing in me that wants to sue you. What I want is for people to hear...
Girl, you have brought it up so much.
...my side, and to, like, feel good about, like, just going forward, having something that you can look back on and say... Like, I'm not this evil person.
There's one evil person on this call.
But you're, like, literally, okay, my video came out, your video came out, and your actions will always determine how people see you from now on. Like, that will always be...
And what I'm getting right now is people saying, thank God you're finally standing up. Like, I'm seeing that. I'm seeing people say, like, oh my God, I jumped on the hate train, and now...
That's not what people were saying on the internet, by the way.
I'm realizing I had a friend who did this exact situation to me, and I'm so sorry that I did that. It's, as far as my live stream...
No. Where were we?
6 years you have not. And that's why we're here.
I just don't, like, literally, I just don't see what that even...
Okay,
like,
so what's your answer? Is your answer no?
To your exact specifications, no, but...
Something that we both agree on. A public statement that we can both agree on that makes me feel...
Girl, who cares about how you feel?
Like, I can move on.
Yeah, if the only thing that makes you feel like you're gonna move on is me saying I lied when I don't feel like I did.
There are portions of that video that are untrue. How about you don't have to say you lied, just say there are some things that were true and some things that were untrue, because the untrue part is you said it wasn't a FaceTime call, you saw him in person. It was 100% a FaceTime call. And I can confirm that. So that's a huge piece of the story, because hanging out with my best friend's rapist and him calling me out of the blue are two very, very different stories. So yes, that is something that I need cleared up. And you don't even have to clear up that specifically, because I feel like I have.
You hung out with him.
You said that he was there in person. And that's not true.
The story that you said it during this phone call. You said the story.
But that's not the same story, Jessi.
Well, that's the one
Those are two No, you were referring to the story where, actually, Gabbie, it wasn't a FaceTime call where he talked to you. And you're literally saying that my FaceTime story that I
Gabbie's just getting off on shouting at her.
Told is a lie. And it's not. Because the story that I was talking about was a FaceTime call, and you're saying that it was not.
We only have a couple minutes left, and I'm really curious as to how this ends. Like, Because there's been so many moments already where I'm like, it should have ended by now. But 5 minutes in, mind you.
Okay, but the answer to that is both are true.
But you conflated the two, and that changes the narrative. You conflated two stories, and you changed the narrative of what happened.
Coming from Gabbie Hanna.
You called me a liar in doing that. So that's why I'm saying you called me a liar in your video when I did not lie.
In order for people to stop thinking that you hung out with a rapist, I would have to say that you didn't, but then you did. That's when
But Jessi, me being at a place and him showing up and then me leaving is not me hanging out with a rapist.
That's why I didn't say you hung out with him. I said you were at a place where his friends were.
But you conflated two situations. You said in your video that I lied. You looked dead in the camera and said, she's lying. That's not what happened. He didn't FaceTime her. Do you understand that? You called me a liar in your video about something that I can confirm to be true?
So this is what I'm happy to do. I'm happy to say I mistook two situations that both happened. She both hung out with his friends.
Gabbie! What's the... Oh my God!
Because I also didn't hang out with, like, his friends. I hung out with people who knew Curtis. They all lived in the same building, Jessi.
Yes, and he showed up.
And guess what? I am allowed to have friends. I'm allowed to collaborate. Like...
Oh, so you did hang out with him then?
I can't cut everybody out of my life. Like, you tried to literally not... I wasn't allowed to hang out with friends.
You can't... She's now blaming Jessi for Gabbie having to cut people out of her life that are either the person that R-worded Jessi or his friends. She's disgusting.
Hung out... And you sent me a novel about how they gave you a dirty look and how it's fucked up and hang out with him.
This
is so disgusting.
And then everybody wanted to hang out with my rapist. I'm really sorry.
But Jessi, it wasn't just that. It was like, literally, I couldn't hang out with his friends. I couldn't hang out with friends once you guys broke.
God, she's such a terrible person.
I couldn't hang out because they gave you a dirty look. And for a while, I wasn't allowed to hang out with. Like,
wow.
Then I just, the gaslighting. This is what I'm talking about when I said it's years of mental abuse. Is you did, Jessi.
Wow.
Okay, Gabbie, we're just going in circles.
100%. So is your answer no, you're not going to do this, and we're just going to keep going?
To your specific thing, like I said, I'm willing to even say I mistook
so
the
gross.
FaceTime when it happened.
No, because that's just putting up new speculation of, okay, but well, she's still da-da-da-da-da. I just want it to be over. I don't want to have to get on camera. I don't want to have to get on camera and now explain that situation. That's what you're doing, is planting these little seeds, just like you did in your first apology. I don't want to air out her...
Yeah, Gabbie posted this, by the way. This was posted by Gabbie because she knew that this would make her look good.
Her dirty laundry. Not our dirty laundry. It's always me. It's always me. I'm the problem.
That's why I was blocking you. That would air out things that were not good.
It's our dirty laundry, Jessi. So my question is, first of all, are you willing to sign an NDA so that I know you can never fucking do this to me again?
Oh! Oh my God.
I'm sorry, what was it? Can you repeat?
Are you willing to sign an NDA so that I know you can't do this again? Because every day I'm going to be living in fear that, like, I never know what's going to tip you off. Like, dead ass, I don't know.
Listen, straight up, if we both sign NDAs, I'll do it.
But Jessi, I also have to, if somebody brings this up in an interview.
So, you're allowed to speak? Oh, you are an evil woman.
I have to be able to say, like, this didn't happen or this didn't happen. I will
so
bring you up and I will sign
so scummy, so scummy.
A contract that says that I can't bring you up or I can't disparage you or I can't do something. But like, because you made the situation public,
gross,
I can't
gross
go for the rest of my life without responding to a public interview. Or if somebody,
gross.
You know what I mean? Like, you made it public.
Yeah, but I can't also, I'm not going to sign an NDA and then be like, oh, well, now Gabbie can say anything she wants and I can never defend myself. That can't happen.
So have your lawyer, like, draft up a contract that says some type of addendum. That says, like, I will never just randomly make a video about Jessi Smiles. I will never, da-da-da-da. But if somebody says, well, what
Does she understand the fucking legal system, mind you?
About you being a rape apologist, I have to be able to talk about that.
What are you going to say about that? I'm genuinely curious because, like, that's the thing. The whole rape apologist thing will die if you're like,
Jessi, no, it won't.
Gabbie, the tweets are there. The more you deny them and say, I'm not a rape apologist, the more people are going to comment this tweet under your tweets. Like, they're going to be like, you were. Like, so that's just going to be...
Okay, so have your lawyer draft a contract that my lawyer can look at. And I'm happy to sign something. But as far as this is a big public thing that you made public, it's not even...
No. Not that she made public, Gabbie. You're the one who says on this call, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. Whereas Jessi said, I'm not going to say anymore.
Just that. It's about, like, Jessi and Jen, and well, you said you were controlling her relationships, and you said this thing. If people ask me about it, I have to be able to respond. And I have no desire to continue to do it the way we're doing it. I don't ever want to disparage you, just like I never have. But it's just at this point where it's like, what the fuck else can I do? Is it going to be every few months there's a new thumbnail? Is it going to be Jessi finds out something I did 3 years ago? Like, I'm so tired, and I'm clearly at a breaking point where, like, I can't handle it. So
right, no, and I get that, and so I am willing to, I guess I'll contact my lawyer and see what we can draft up that we can both agree to, and then we take it from there.
Okay, that sounds cool. We have to move on that fast, though, like, within, like, the next 48 hours, because...
Girl, fuck you. Oh, this, like, that pisses me off so much. You are not important. No one has to move by your standards. Fuck you.
Because obviously people are going to keep asking me about it. And like,
Girl, shut up.
if it's not going to happen, then I need to like continue doing what I'm doing. And I also want you to work on a public statement.
Don't you dare tell me what I'm working on. Don't you dare.
And then we can work on it together. And
don't you dare.
Then I would like you to do
that. That's not gonna have like that's not gonna be like an apology. Like it's not gonna be like, oh my god.
Don't you dare.
Jessi, I truly want a public apology that says I'm sorry that I caused her harm and I did.
I'm getting like, we only have 2 minutes left, but now I've like really hit my point where I'm like really annoyed.
Too, and I shouldn't have made it public. That is what I want, because it shouldn't have been public. And I think that's fair. I've apologized for my side of it. I apologize for messaging Deanna. I think that you can also apologize. I think they can go both ways. You apologize to me privately. I had to give a public apology. I think that I also deserve a public apology. Do you think that's fair?
Honestly, I have to think about it, to be honest. It's something I have to sit on and just kind of like think mentally of how I feel about that.
I truly hope that you come to a positive conclusion on that, because I have done that. I have publicly apologized for a situation that should have been private. So I think that it's only fair that you can also extend that same courtesy to me, considering what I've been through.
Okay. Alrighty. So I guess we'll just leave this here and then get some like mental rest on this.
And okay. Then, and what do you want to talk? Like, we need to put a deadline on this. Not an ultimatum. Just like it needs to have a deadline of when are you going to have an answer on what you're willing to do.
How dare you? Like, how fucking dare you?
I mean, I have to consult a literal lawyer, so I have to do that tomorrow. And then, yeah, I mean, I guess if you said 48 hours, I can have an answer by then.
Okay, cool. That sounds good to me. So on, what day is it? It's Monday?
It is, yeah, but it's Monday night. So I guess it's Wednesday night.
That's fine. Let's figure it out Wednesday night and what you want to do. I'm willing to be patient and wait until then. Okay, that sounds like fair to me.
Okay.
All right.
All right, bye.
Three hours and 4 minutes. Someone said, I need a cigarette. I need something stronger. First of all, just want to say, we made it. I think it was really important to go through that. I really do, because I don't think I've ever done that before. I don't think I've ever even watched it in full before, because I've seen how long it was and I was like, no. It provides a lot of context to me why Jessi Smiles doesn't even acknowledge Gabbie these days, because how do you rationalize with crazy? Like, I truly do not know how Jessi was able to, like, get through that call. Because, like, I'm exhausted, and I know that a lot of you are, from listening to Gabbie, but, like, being the one who's trying to butt in, get a response, whatever, is, like, unbelievable. So, what ended up happening was Gabbie spoke about Jessi. She released this. Gabbie released this, thinking it looked good for her, and then made a video on Jessi. And then Jessi made her final video that she's ever spoken about Gabbie in. Like, Gabbie Hanna needs to stop. And I was going to just watch that. But you know what? I was like, let's listen to the call. And I'm so glad I did, because I don't think that we could have had any more context on this than what we just heard. Like Gabbie really is disgusting. Like, the stuff that we heard is unfathomable. We will leave it there. This has been a lot. We'll leave it there. But please go send. I know, don't necessarily like bring up the situation, but go send Jessi love on social media. And we'll leave it there.